Starting stream. I've hit start
All
stream.
right, cool. All right, cool.
Continue.
So my question is, for you,
Mm-hmm.
Naga and snake folk people
Mm-hmm.
are different, right?
Yes,
They're
Nehabaku is
different
not
species.
a snake. Nehabaku is not a Naga. He is just like a
He's a
beast.
snake folk
He's
person.
just, for all intents and purposes, he's just a lizard man.
He's just a beastman, but a snake.
Yeah, he's just
Or he's like a lizard folk, but
yeah,
a
he's a
snake.
lizard. He's a lizard man with a
Okay.
poisonous bite. Like, whereas Naga are like, you know,
So like lizard folk is just general reptiles.
uh, yeah, I would say so. Like lizard folk are the general.
Okay.
Yeah.
That does answer another follow-up question, which is, do the snake folk have like legs
Yeah.
on the bottom?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I know what you're trying to ask. Yes, they're not Nagas, and
Okay.
yes, Nagas are different, and yes,
All right.
Nagas do exist if you want a Naga to exist.
Right, yeah, yeah. So, like, are Nagas to you, are they like snake bottom half and human top half, or is it like snake bottom half and then like snake anthro top half?
Whatever the fuck you want, my guy. They can be both.
Because like I could go either way.
Do whatever.
Honestly.
Do whatever. It's your character, man. Why would I care about that?
Well, because I mean, it would also apply to all Naga.
No,
so
it
like,
wouldn't.
how are Naga
Why would
in
it?
this world?
Why would it imply to all Naga?
Because why would one Naga be Snaketail and like human top half, and all other Naga in the world be Snaketail and Anthro Snake at the top?
Why not just have it a mix of both? Why does it need to be one?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
But,
Open your fucking mind, Tyler. Like, what do you mean? Whatever the fuck it
yeah.
wants.
I guess I hadn't considered the possibility because I don't think of like
the possibility of I don't care. Like, it doesn't.
Well, I hadn't. Yeah, I hadn't considered that possibility for other species. Like,
absolutely,
you could be a tabaxi that's like full cat anthro, or you could be a tabaxi that's human girl with cat ears.
Yep, absolutely,
like,
you can. You absolutely can. Like, Katharina would be a tabaxi as much as fucking Aloe is a tabaxi if Katharina was in like
fair.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't explore the idea of the beast. Like, I would absolutely say that a beastman that has a child with a human would probably end up making like beastmen, but neko furries, like neko beasts.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, they could be called neko beasts. Neko beast. Da, 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 da. But yeah, no, absolutely. I think that like it'd be completely reasonable to assume that there are like beastmen in our world that are also like not like half, like, you know, absolutely. Just like there are half elves and half dwarves and halflings. There's got to be a fulling somewhere.
Probably.
Are they even smaller?
I don't know.
They're like
I think I had heard from someone when I was asking about something. They had said that like D&D is trying to lean away from the halves.
Okay.
And that just makes sense to me because like at some point it would get confusing because like if a half elf has a child with like a halfling, then what the fuck is that now?
Well, halfling isn't a half, by the way. That's the joke that I made. A halfling isn't a half of something.
Right, yeah.
Halflings are
I thought a halfling was human dwarf.
No.
This Thanksgiving, I am most thankful for my absolute dumpster truck ass.
Pixar didn't happen. No.
This Thanksgiving, I'm also thankful for your dumpster truck ass.
That means you have pics of it. Tyler, send me his pics. Send me pics of his ass.
I don't even know who that is. I was just saying that.
Circus.
I should have figured it was Circus, but I just wanted to...
So you might be noticing that what I'm doing right now is defacing my beautiful library. This is the save where I already got all the books in the right positions. Apparently you can get the achievement for placing all the books but having 0 completed shelves on a completed save by just doing this. Which is all sorts of funny to me.
That is pretty funny.
And I thought this one would take forever because I'd have to manually pick up every single fucking book. And just stop. Stop. And place them all. But... turns out I can just do that.
Also, you never responded to my statement forever ago about transmask hyena furry getting bottom surgery to make his dick smaller.
Cool. What do you expect me to fucking say to that, Tyler?
I don't know. Anything.
Anything.
Alright, cool.
Legitimately though, like, sure, it's a like.
I don't know. You just like a thumbs up emoji at the very least. Like, give me something. Because
It's
that is like a comedian saying a joke to a dead silent room that then just goes like, so anyway. It's like, oh damn. Alright. Give me something.
I don't understand the joke though. You make your
'cause-
trans-centric jokes to the person who's been cis their entire life, and then they don't understand it, and you think it's my fault that the comedian's joke didn't land? No, your audience, Tyler.
Well, at least tell me it didn't land. I don't get it. And then I'll explain.
Don't tell a cis person. Ah, he got me first go.
The trans joke isn't it's just like animal biology joke, really.
Okay. Okay, sure. I don't understand that too then.
Because there's a species of hyena where both male and female have dicks,
Whoa.
but the females' dicks are bigger.
Are you for real?
Yeah, and the females like bully the males into impregnating them with their larger dicks. Like they like bully. Yeah, it's basically there's a
Oh my
species of
God.
hyena with like femdom bullies,
Oh my
and
fucking
they all
god.
have dicks. Yeah.
Hey, guess what?
So that was the joke. Like a trans mask, so like a trans man hyena furry, but the bottom surgery is making his dick smaller.
I now have a new Dylan Pickman. Sure, I don't know what the fuck that is. I now have a new species that I want to make a persona of for reasons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You wanna be a hyena?
That specific type, yeah.
I think I'd have to look up.
Hyena
What kind
femdom
of-
mommy, and you gotta avoid all the furry porn.
Well, we're just gonna go through the Wikipedia and look up breeding behavior. Whoa, that's a boob.
Well, yeah, because you're probably looking up.
No, I was searching through the spotted hyena Wikipedia page, and there's a word, the word nipple is in there, and it's highlighted with a reference to the Wikipedia page for nipples.
Why?
So when I hovered over it, like briefly, just because I was reading and like I was reading above it and I hadn't gotten there yet, and a picture of boobs just popped up as a reference for nipple.
Why is there a Wikipedia page for?
Yes. It is the only placental mammalian species where females have a pseudopenis and lack an external vaginal opening. So yeah, that's the spotted hyena, which is also unrelated. The species that I imagine that I've been imagining Mendez as.
You imagine Mendez with a small dick? Don't small dickify my boy.
He doesn't have to have a small dick, just smaller than the women of his species.
God damn it. Spotted hyena beastmen are naturally born hermaphrodites. titties and dicks. Is hermaphrodite a politically correct term, actually?
I don't know.
I certainly don't want to use... Like, in the way that...
Depends on what they want, I guess.
Right, I was gonna say, in the way that, like, generally you shouldn't address
I think
someone...
intersex is generally what they use now.
Yeah, like in the same way that you shouldn't address someone who has a vagina but no titties as a cunt boy unless they like that.
Yeah, unless they specifically
Yeah.
ask for that.
Like, I know that you shouldn't, but, like, if I was that, I would be like, oh, call me the derogatory term. I affiliate with that more. I want to be a cunt boy. But, like... Yeah. Okay, well, I got one of the achievements that I thought was going to be time-consuming.
Spotted hyena society is matriarchal. Females are larger than males and dominate them.
Oh my
Yep.
god. Woo! Okay! You are doing something to me, Tyler.
Right, I remember where I read this because I read it. I read it in a like a long general like biographical information on various animals, where it was talking about how like there are a lot of different species of animals where the breeding behaviors aren't strictly like man with penis impregnate woman with vagina,
Yeah.
and like there's a lot of like transitional behavior, or like just different like
Seahorses.
matriarchal
Seahorses.
behaviors in animals.
Daddies are pregnant. Make the daddies pregnant. Alright.
Yeah, like there was a species of fish where like there's kind of 3 genders really, because there's like the larger males will attract the females like just by their like strength and the general stuff that male animals will do to attract female animals.
Yeah.
But there's also like a smaller males who can't attract females that way, will disguise themselves as females and get close to the males in order to like pick off members of their harem for themselves.
Oh my fucking god. There are literally trap fish.
Kinda.
Oh my god. That's great. Alright.
But see, like the infographic was like
Tyler,
just
hold on a
talking,
second.
Like, as it's a male that like disguises itself as female. But
Yes.
I just think that would be a third gender. Just
Tyler.
Yeah.
Hold on a second.
Okay.
So now we have 2 achievements left, which is because I didn't just want to sit here in the main menu while you talked about this.
Okay.
Like, at least let me get in. But yeah, there's completing the game within 3 hours, and then completing the entire game without using any major magic. And this one, Anti-Magic Master, is going to take a while. Like a very long time, I think. Because it's, you know how when we start the game by clearing out the platform up here and then putting all the books in manually that are all the same color?
Yeah.
It'll be that. It'll be that, but the whole time.
Like, oh, gross. The menu is showing the save that you just defiled.
Yeah, it is. Look at it.
So you can see they're mostly fine.
Yeah, except all the books are, like, slightly shifted.
Yeah.
But yeah, so...
that's distressing.
We have that, or we have Efficiency Librarian, which is doing...
within 3 hours.
Yeah, but we can use
basically
any magic.
Just doing it as quickly as possible.
Yeah. And I have an idea for how to do that, especially because of this Steam guide. Math Daily and Romance, yeah. Alright. So we're gonna try the 3-hour one first.
Alright.
Alright, so this... What is this that I just picked up? Monsterology. Is Monster on this one? No, I think Monster's on the first floor. Oh, 1A. Perfect. Alright. 6, 3, 8, 5, 4, 2, 1, 9, 10, 7. Yeah, this is real tough.
Swish.
Library looking like my room, not gonna lie. Yeah. Alright, let's grab this.
Is that more books in there?
No. Perfect. Yellow. These give us abilities. So now I can jump.
Oh, is that why you had to wiggle to get on top of that
Yes.
vase?
Yeah.
Because you couldn't jump.
But now I can jump. This side. And then I do not remember where the last one is, but I think it's underneath one of these goddamn tables. But that is fine. Now I can carry 15 books.
Sick.
Alright.
Maybe clear off the tables so you can get to the key down there.
That would just let me sprint. It's not actually that big of a deal.
Ah. Alright, so...
Yeah.
I suppose now I shall begin reading.
I guess I'm just worried about how to get the second fucking row, but I suppose I'm just gonna have to do this color bullshit regardless. And just hope that I can, like, really quickly get enough books. You know?
Mm.
That is probably just gonna be the strategy. So I'll go for all the white books. Yep, go on. You can do Reddit.
Alright. Except the books are my clothes. Yeah, so true. So true, bestie queen. Were you also turning me up in the VOD every time you told me to speak up?
Maybe a little bit. Not every time. Why?
I did notice that I got louder sometimes, and I was like, I don't think I actually spoke up that much. I didn't think I did anyway.
Yeah, but the stream visual seems to be stuttering a bit. The stream, like the game, or the me? The game or the me? Ooh, I just had like a... both? Well, it being both
I'm watching
doesn't...
the stream.
It being both doesn't make much sense.
Oh, that did stutter pretty hard just now.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, it just seems like there's occasional, like a hitch. I think, loading all these goddamn books is a nightmare.
But it's not loading all of them. Because streams don't do that. It's just a visual feed. I'm loading them fine. I'm not lagging at all.
Right, but I think perhaps your upload, or no, never mind.
Yeah,
Whatever.
no, it wouldn't. It's
I don't
literally
care.
just...
I'm not gonna.
It's just a visual feed.
Yeah, I don't know. But both me and Circus are seeing stuttering on your streams.
Yeah, clearly, like, something's happening. I just don't know what it is. Like, I'm not saying that you guys aren't seeing anything. I don't want to imply that. Weird. If it gets really bad, let me know, and we'll have a look into it. Maybe I'll have to just switch games. Yeah, but the resulting death will be hilarious. Oh, that was the... ass. Hey, we got one of the funny responses.
Worth it. All right.
Yeah.
This is one we started reading like forever ago, and I don't even really remember what we got through in that time, so I'm gonna just start over.
Yeah. Also, speaking of Reddit stories, I do want to know what you think. Have you watched the Smosh
I
parenting
am
one?
up to date on the Smosh stuff. So
What do you think of the period party story? Because Christ, that mom made me want to scream.
Oh yeah, that was a nightmare.
King 10 out of 10 dad, but holy shit. I'll give you
Oh
the
yeah.
I'll give you the synopsis circus, so we're not just talking about a thing that with like you're not in the like the know of it. While mom was out working, like dad's like 12-year-old daughter had her first period, and he handled it like an absolute fucking champion. He already had like the correct not medical, like sanitary, what's the bathroom
Yeah,
supplies.
he had the right stuff.
He had the
Yeah.
already had the bathroom supplies. He like assured her that it was like natural and like nothing to be ashamed of. He gave her the space that she wanted, and he also got her ice cream and like like did her everything that a dad should when their little baby girl has their first period. And then when the mom comes home, she's like, "Oh my god, you had your first period. We have to throw a party about it. I'm going to tell everyone in the world that you've got your first period because we're going to have a party and everyone's going to know my baby girl had a period." And she was like, "Actually, I'd really rather if you didn't do that." And then the mom was like, that Bill Wirtz sound clip of, "But what if I do anyway?" And literally invited several like fucking people in the family and over throughout the neighborhood over. And so the daughter was like, can I study, can I do my homework in your study, because I feel extremely uncomfortable being out there. And the dad not only like gave her that, but fully called the mom out in front of everyone, being like, "No, she's fucking forcing the daughter on this. The daughter does not want this. Like, fucking stop. Go, everyone go home." uh and he is a legend, and I would kill a man to have a dad like that.
Yeah.
Okay, well, not to be dramatic, but I hope the mom steps on a Lego. Yeah, exactly. I hope she steps on a Lego every morning and her pillow is warm on both sides every night.
Yeah. And then like I think part of the update was that they've sort of like the mom has like apologized and
It was a
everything and
really
like
really half-hearted
realized
apology.
yeah,
Like the first one.
she like realized she was wrong and like apologized to the daughter and everything. But like in the next like bunch of time, um the there was like a noticeable like uh redirect because the that particular daughter was always more of a mama's girl,
Yeah.
and was like always going to the mom for help as opposed to the dad. But there's been a noticeable decrease in mom attention and increase in dad attention.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
like, and so like both parents have noticed that the daughter now uh
I
leans
mean,
towards dad more
yeah,
often than mom,
let's be frank and not
and mom
mince.
is sad because child won't interact with her anymore.
Yeah, let's not mince words. She doesn't trust the mom anymore. Let's be perfectly real. That's what
Yeah,
it is. I wonder why. Slash sarcasm.
yeah, and the dad was just kind of said to the mom like, yeah, well, you just gotta give her time, like, just
Which is true. And like, if she really genuinely does mean well and that she wants to make up, like, yes, like that's all you can do is just give her time. But like, also
yeah,
play stupid games, right?
right,
Call your neighborhood fucking family back and have a pity party.
yeah.
honestly don't really care.
And I want the dad to breed me. A little favor. A little fafo. That's what you meant, right?
A little.
All right.
What the fuck does FAFO mean?
Fuck around, find out.
Oh yeah, okay. But yeah, like honestly, like zero empathy. What a horrible thing to do. And like after she was so explicit about like not wanting that too. No, I just thought that she wasn't being serious. But yeah, I just wanted your take on that.
Yeah, I think that was pretty clear.
God damn, so many
Um,
white fucking books.
Right, so my husband faked fainting after I gave birth.
Smosh did this story, didn't they?
I think maybe.
That's a very, very recognizable title.
Well, it might be because I read it. I started reading it to you.
Okay, let's see how far it goes, because, like, it feels like something I've heard before.
My husband and I have been together for 5 years. I want to start by saying that despite his quirks, my husband is genuinely sweet and hardworking. They always say that.
I love when every
I tr-
single Reddit story about the horribly abusive partner always starts off with, well, he's amazing in these ways.
I truly believe he loves me deeply, tries his best, and has always dreamed of being a husband and father. That's why this whole situation has left me confused and conflicted. We got pregnant a bit sooner than expected, though it wasn't entirely unplanned. In the first trimester, I was lucky to avoid nausea, but the fatigue hit me hard, especially during my final university exams. I had to nap for like 1 to 2 hours every afternoon just to function. At the time, we didn't know that this kind of exhaustion was a normal pregnancy symptom, and I was so focused on school that I didn't think much of it. Meanwhile, my husband quietly started resenting me. He thought I was being lazy because I wasn't keeping up with the housework, which, except for dishes, was mostly my responsibility. Thankfully, a friend asked if I'd been hit by the tiredness and explained that it's important that I rest. He seemed to understand, but I guess it bugs me that when faced with his wife being utterly exhausted, his first reaction was to think of me as lazy and be annoyed rather than concerned. Throughout the rest of my pregnancy, his attitude often felt off. He would get annoyed by what I thought were small requests, like bringing me water before bed, and complained about the size of my pregnancy pillow. While he always apologized later on if I let myself get sad about I felt like there was something he wasn't saying.
Hi,
That's such
Anima.
a loaded sentence. He apologized later on if I let myself get sad about it.
Yeah, that's ugh.
Do you often not let yourself get sad about stuff so he doesn't feel bad about it?
It's a very, very like it's screaming manipulation, isn't it?
Yeah, it's screaming there's something wrong here.
Hi, Anima.
It's very much like it's very much like you told us much more than I think you intended to with that sentence alone.
All right, I've got enough of the white books for the time being. Oh, and there's also a way I can put the timer on. Oh, maybe that's what it is there. Video.
She picked a real peach. She sure did. All right. Friends told me to enjoy the pregnancy pampering, but I didn't experience any of that. He
Yeah.
treated me the same as before and seemed irritated when I couldn't keep up. Despite everything, I had a fairly easy pregnancy physically, and emotionally I responded very well to the crazy levels of estrogen, making me quite happy and hopeful. I stayed upbeat and tried to be as pleasant and positive as possible. During this time, he started getting really into these men's
Yeah,
experiences during
there it
pregnancy
is.
podcasts,
There it
and would
is.
and would vent about how no one considers what fathers go through, which I sympathized with.
Ew.
Then came the birth. After a
It's
long and
babe,
sleepless
babe,
labor,
no, babe. It's our baby. We're both pregnant with this baby. Babe, no wait, where are you going? Come back, baby,
it's like
babe.
she even started that paragraph before with we got pregnant a bit early.
Yeah.
So it's like she's already been indoctrinated by that. It's like, no, babe, you got pregnant. He was also there.
He's delivered
but, like,
the
you
payload
got
and that's
pregnant.
it.
Yeah.
Introduction to
came, and
magical.
that's about it.
Introduction to magical determinism, spell causality, and the philosophy. What the fuck? What genre is that?
That what the fuck was so Sophidia coded that I now am picturing like Sophidia being caught doing this shit.
What the fuck?
Like I feel like she'd absolutely hate it.
Oh my
Like it's
god.
probably like community service she has to do because she got in trouble or some shit.
I hate to say this, but she might have a
Like, this
defective pick.
fucking sucks.
Truly. Alright, hold on. I have a list of all the books. Magical determinism. Let's control F that. Magical. Can I control F in these? Cool. No, I can't, but they're alphabetized. I. Introduction to Magical Determinism is 2J. Right, but what is that? Philosophy. Oh, wait, does it
Philosophy.
literally say philosophy?
It says philosophy in the title.
Shut the fuck
And
up.
the philosophy.
A C E G I J. Okay. I don't need your bullshit. Alright.
Okay.
1 9. Shut up! Are you saying it's wrong? No. 5 6 3 4 2 9 10 8. So I'm missing one book from that. Boy, would it be great if I had my scoop.
Well, you can get that stuff later.
Yeah.
As long as you get most of the books away, you can use your little
My scoop.
thingamajiggers.
The moment I get the
Your
first level of scoop, it's basically go time, let's be real.
Yeah.
Alright, philosophical studies in magic. Where's that one
All right.
go?
She might have a defective picker.
Yeah.
Alright, anyway, the birth. Then came the birth. After a long and sleepless labor, I needed an emergency C-section. I gave birth around midnight, and since partners couldn't stay overnight, he went home. I stayed awake with our newborn for a fourth night in a row. When he returned the next morning, he told me he had fainted on the way home, showing me how dirty his jacket was after falling. I was concerned, but I was so depleted that I could barely process it. During our hospital stay, he brought food and held the baby while I slept, but his attitude still felt annoyed. I chalked it up to stress. Then came the newborn phase. Our son was colicky, I was exhausted, and we argued constantly. I couldn't
Colicky?
be my usual. Colicky is when the baby just cries like a lot. It's like
Gotcha.
cries a lot more than usual. And it's usually because there's like some minor thing that's wrong, like not wrong enough to warrant going to the doctor usually,
Right.
but it's
Okay.
just like sometimes they come out a little more annoyed at life, so they just cry a lot more, and it usually means you just have a lot tougher time in that newborn phase because it's crying all the time. So
Wow, I accidentally picked all of those up in reverse order. That's funny.
sick. So yeah, son was colicky, I was exhausted, and we argued constantly. I couldn't be my usual sweet self, and I desperately needed emotional support. He, on the other hand, seemed to want sympathy too. At one point, it had been 5 days since the baby had a bath, and he inquired of me annoyed. I didn't turn on my filter and said, "Why don't you give him a bath then?" He responded with that he didn't know how, and was upset that I told him to Google it.
The
See,
fact
that's
that you need to
like
have a filter for
yeah,
your
the fact
partner.
again,
Yeah.
honey, you've told us more than I think you intended to with that sentence.
Yeah.
But also, like, does he think that women just come pre-programmed with how to give a baby bath knowledge? She fucking figured it out. You figured it out. It's a baby. It can't be that hard. Don't drown it. Like, Jesus Christ.
I hate this man.
He felt overwhelmed working 3 to 4 hours a day and microwaving meals twice dailies, so researching baby baths was apparently too much. I ended up taking our baby to all his appointments alone because my husband looked so irritated and tired that nurses started asking questions. I could say a lot more, but here's my main concern. The fact that you could say a lot more is my main concern, honey.
Yeah.
So you've already said a lot. Recently, we revisited the topic of my pregnancy and our son's birth. I told him I felt unsupported during that time. That's when he confessed that he lied about fainting after the birth so I would feel bad for him. He apparently only slipped on the ice. He felt ignored and unimportant during the pregnancy because you are fucking unimportant.
Yeah. Christ. Okay.
Point. Every time he talked to friends, they told him to focus on supporting me, and he started to feel invisible. That's because you have to focus on supporting her. That's the point. While I understand the desire to feel seen, to lie about something like this when I truly needed support feels deeply hurtful. I explained that being a supportive partner is not meaningless. It's actually a vital and powerful role. He was remorseful, but I don't know if this is expecting too much from him. Things are better between us today, but honestly, I don't think I want him with me the next time I give birth. I feel like it'd be easier to mentally prepare for doing it alone than to split my emotional focus between giving birth to the baby and managing his feelings again. TLDR, my husband lied about fainting after I gave birth to our son. I feel unsupported, but I'm scared that I'm putting too much pressure on him. How do we move forward from this?
New husband.
Yeah. Yeah. Like
That's how.
uh
Congratulations.
how do you
That's
how do you move on from this? You don't have another baby with him for one. Never have a second baby with someone you couldn't even trust to support you through the first one. Like if you're sitting there thinking like I don't think I want to have to deal with him while having my second baby,
don't have a
don't have a
second
second baby.
baby.
Don't have that second baby. Don't do that. Don't do that to yourself. What are you talking
Don't
about
do
right
that to
now? Do you hear
yourself.
yourself?
Don't do that to the baby.
Don't do that to the baby either. If he feels invisible during your second, is he gonna take care of the first baby too, or is he gonna feel invisible and just like leave the baby? What's he gonna do, huh? Comments. I don't think he tries his best, and I think you're giving him too much credit by claiming he's doing so. He's failing as a father and a husband, and he knows this, and yet he doesn't even care to know how to clean his own child. The man you described in the first paragraph sounds like a fantasy you superimposed over this unsupportive, lying jackass.
That's a great way to put it.
Second comment, another comment says, I'm also really curious about the work dynamic of this relationship. He works 3 to 4 hours for a workday. Is OP the breadwinner, nanny, and maid? Part of me hopes so, because that would make it much easier to leave this asshat.
Yeah.
And OP replied to that, he's the breadwinner. After his 1 weekish paternity leave, he took half the day off to support us for a while longer. Now he's back to working full time from his home office. I wish to be a
From
stay-at-home
his
mom.
home office. Sorry, I couldn't. That one escaped me like a primal urge.
Yeah. I wish to be a stay-at-home mom. He does the dishes, cooks 2 to 3 times a month, and takes care of our dog and helps with the baby when he has
Hold on,
time.
cooks 2 to 3 times. What was that time period? What was
A month.
a month? Sir, a month. Okay, sure.
And then I guess someone else asked about the schedule, so OP elaborated. Well, his work schedule is kind of wacky because of across the sea clients. We wake up at 8 or 9. Sometimes he lets me sleep in for an hour, and sometimes I let him sleep in for an hour. I'm a morning person, so I usually have more energy for the baby in the morning. We eat brunch together unless I have errands to run, which I would bring the baby for. He does the dishes while I do some chores if the baby is happy playing on the floor or napping. He then works from 12 to 20, so that's 12 to 8, I guess. Noon to
Yeah.
8 while I juggle baby and whatever else I can manage that day. I usually start to prep dinner at. Do you want me to just do military time or translate the time over?
I can do military time.
I usually start to prep dinner at 15:30, and we have dinner break at 17. And 17 to 18:30. where he takes the little guy while I finish putting dinner on the table. Then he goes back to work, but he'll usually do the baby's bedtime routine, 20 minutes to 20. But I have to nurse him to sleep. Then we get some time together from 21:30 till 23:45 when I go to bed and he finishes up his work, feeds the dog, and usually joins me in bed at like 30, like 0:30, unless he
Yeah,
has a
yeah.
lot of work left.
Fair enough. All right.
Another comment. Every one of these starts with, I just want to say my hubby is generally awesome and super supportive. And then it's just paragraphs of how awful, unsupportive, selfish, and mean the husband is. I think it's almost second nature for us to not want to see our partners as bad people. Because why would we be in a relationship with bad people? But your husband isn't nice. He wasn't caring. He isn't supportive. And you have a valid reason to feel like he won't be there for you.
Also, if you have self and other, let's do that.
And this whole comment is wild to me. This reply from OP. I distinctly remember this.
Can you?
This
Okay,
reply.
hold on. Can you reread the comment then? Because I wasn't quite focusing on it.
It just says every one of these starts with, I just want to say my hubby is generally awesome and super supportive, and then it's paragraphs of just how awful, unsupportive, selfish, and mean the husband is.
Yeah.
I think it's almost second nature for us to not want to see our partners as bad people, because why would we want to be in a relationship with bad people? But your husband isn't nice. He wasn't caring. He isn't supportive, and you have a valid reason to feel like he wasn't there for you. And then the OP replies to that
Yeah. Okay.
with, well, I think everyone has some bad and some good in them, and it's our responsibility to train ourselves to do the right actions and draw out what's good. This is easy to do when life is a calm summer day. The real challenge is when things get tough. We're like a cup of coffee. If you bump into it, some coffee will spill out, and the hot coffee burns you. When life bumps into us and some of our core spills out. For both me and my husband, our spills have both been too hot to handle, and therefore we quarrel. If one of us has had a cool spill, our temperatures would even out. And seeing how these events seemingly have been afflicting me harder overall, I wish he would have evened out our temperatures. One of my biggest flaws is that I have no sense of self preservation. I just push on through everything. Yeah, we can tell, honey. And this makes it
Really?
too easy for for even a slightly emotionally immature guy to understand the need to reflect and anticipate over his own responses to a big bump from life.
Lady.
The thing about the coffee is absolutely bonkers to me. Like, we have to train ourselves to do the right actions to draw out what's good.
Yikes.
What? Anyway, most people lose sight of the sun in the midst of a storm, and all they can talk about is the storm, even though they logically know the sun is behind all of it somewhere. Last summer, I was able to write down 40 great things about my husband in 3 minutes, but right now I can't recall a single thing. My dismay at his current behavior has temporarily colored all my feelings towards him in the moment, even though I know the list of things he does well is still true. The difference is I didn't state clearly enough that he has shown remorse and is willing to change, and I'm just annoyed that he wasn't able to be insightful enough to know how his behavior was unacceptable from the start and change sooner.
The fucking hoops this woman's gonna, the mental gymnastics. She should be a gymnast.
Truly. It seems like her core belief system about people is already mental gymnastics.
Truly.
Cause the things said about oh during when we're in the middle of a storm we find it hard to remember the sun is right behind all the storm. It's like that sounds to me like we're trying the opposite of what you try to say to people when they're getting out of an abusive relationship and they're like, oh, but he's good sometimes. It's like, yeah, but he's beating you the other times. There's no more
Yeah.
good. The good doesn't matter anymore. It doesn't justify the bad anymore. That's not. um and question about there's another question about meal times and who cooks dinner or whatever
Hmm.
most often. Nope, he replies, fair confusion. I wasn't clarifying. We eat twice a day. Brunch is usually leftovers, or I make myself porridge. I was mainly talking about dinner. We eat leftovers 2 times a week for dinner, and I cook the remaining 5 days. He cooks one dinner a week, or so like 3 out of 20, 3 out of 20 something.
Yikes.
Which, given his work schedule, I also should have clarified is currently 8 hours, if not more, is fair.
Eh. Maybe. If that was, like, the only fucking red flag, like, maybe. You know?
Yeah. And there's an update from the OP.
Oh boy.
It's been almost a year, so I thought I'd give an update in case anyone was wondering.
Almost a year. Okay.
First, I want to thank everyone who took the time to comment, message me, or simply read and reflect on the post. When I wrote the original post, I was in a very poor postpartum mental state and felt lost and extremely lonely. Seeing people care even a little bit made me feel less alone and reflect more on my own self-worth. What self-worth?
Well, Tyler, no. Don't do this at this update. Let us speak first, because maybe this is her
I also
saying...
want to mention that I don't think I properly explained our situation or what my husband was doing all
Never
day.
fucking mind, okay.
I left out some details to keep the post short and readable. Both my husband and I were incredibly sleep deprived at the time, and I wasn't even fully aware of or able to process how difficult our
Is
situation
this
really was.
something... Did you want to show me this story? Because they don't get better.
I don't remember. It's been here long enough. Like, it's entirely possible that I just wanted us both to marvel at the ridiculousness of that whole, like, coffee comment.
I don't understand the coffee. Like, I don't understand that one, so unfortunately I don't think I can marvel at it with you because it's just going over my head.
Yeah. When I was reading it, it seemed like, for some reason, it seemed more understandable when I was hearing it, but then I read it and I was like, I don't get this. I don't get what they mean by that. I can go back and analyze.
Philosophy of self and other.
That's gonna be a philosophy book, mother.
Yeah, but I think I've already put a bunch of these up. Damn.
Yeah, there we go. Alright, our son had colic and needed to be fed up to 15 times a day, exclusively breastfed, and held almost constantly, day and night. We slept in shifts, but neither of us were getting proper sleep. In our country, the cause behind colic is never investigated unless you pay out of pocket to go to a private hospital, so the nurses and doctors brushed us completely off. There was also a misunderstanding about my husband's work. The company he works for is very stingy with hours. He has to report his active work in 15-minute increments, and he only gets paid for those. However, because of time zone differences, he spends a lot of time preparing for work and staying available for messages. Because he was often hovering around his computer, I felt like he was working and unavailable to help for like 7 to 11 hours a day. In reality, that usually only added up to about 4 to 5 hours of paid work. In between tasks, meetings, waiting for messages, he would do dishes, take care of the dog, grocery shop, change diapers. On top of that, we were also dealing with visa trouble, a mistake the immigration department made, which meant that we had to spend a lot of time and money on lawyer visits, reapplying, and gathering documents. That said, this doesn't excuse his behavior. The response to the original post definitely turned into quite the choral demand of divorce, so let me start off by saying that we're still married and things did indeed work out. A few days after I made the original post, one of our fights escalated to the point where I left to stay with my grandma for a couple nights. That seemed to trigger my husband to realize he could potentially lose us. About a week later, he found the post and confronted me about it. Initially, he was very upset because he felt completely misrepresented, but it also led him to reflect on himself. We spent a lot of time talking about our relationship, reading relationship advice and books together, praying together, and reflecting on the past. About the start of
Religious. Sorry, that's not a mature response to like what is otherwise an unrelated aspect of the story. What I meant to say is,
I feel like it's not.
religion.
I think it's not unrelated though.
Why?
That definitely reads as like a religious wife attitude. The whole like we need to train ourselves to bring out what's good in people.
Would not be
Like that just
surprised if the
reads
update
very
is her
much to me
finding
like
out. Would not be surprised if the update is her finding out she was eating slugs secretly put in every meal by the partner the whole time. But he's usually great.
yeah. No, ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Reflecting on the past. Around the start of summer, we started sleeping a little better, which made us more functional and relaxed. He understood that if the way I described things in the original post was truly how I viewed him in our lives, that he needed to change, and slowly he did. We also moved to a quieter environment, and as I started to manage motherhood better and regain some brain capacity, our communication improved a lot. One of the biggest changes for me after having our child was realizing that I no longer had the capacity to manage or be responsible for my husband's emotions. He's responsible for himself, and I stopped making excuses for him or making up for his shortcomings or shoving everything under the carpet like my family tends to do. In other words, I became much more blunt in our conversations and stood up for my opinions more clearly. This helped us establish our expectations, how we view and show love, and how we divide work and responsibilities within our marriage.
I completed a row.
At the same
I got a sample. It's go time.
Yes. Excellent.
Tiki.
Mm.
It's 5. Yep. And now we start pouring it all into assemble.
Sick.
We still have to wait for cooldowns though, so foundations of
Yeah.
metaphysics. Would metaphysics be 2J? Yeah, it's also
Yeah, it's still philosophy.
yeah.
Um, at the same time, he learned that his goal shouldn't be to keep peace at all times and avoid tough conversations in order to spare my emotions. To add more context, he was also dealing with a pretty serious depressive episode that he was hiding while I was pregnant. See, the thing is, when you say that, I think, oh yeah, like how he fainted on the way home from the birth.
Yeah. Oh, I actually have all 10 foundations of metaphysics books here. Funky.
Like he lied about that. Why wouldn't he lie about this?
Yeah, I don't
I
trust
wouldn't
him.
believe him for a second.
I don't trust him for a second.
Especially when talking about shit that makes him more sympathetic. That's exactly why he faked fainting. That he was hiding while I was pregnant. At the time, he was actually working around 10 to 11 hours a day, which contributed to him building up resentment towards me and struggling to show compassion or affection. Even though this year has been the most difficult year of my life, and I grew up severely neglected for reference, it has still feels worth it in the end. Still feels worth it
Words.
in the end. Now he is a great dad and husband. He gets excited about our child's milestones and growing interests. He lets me sleep in when he can and takes the brunt of the nighttime wake ups, helps plan and prepare baby meals, and makes an excellent effort to be thoughtful and considerate. He really tries to listen to me and feels much more like the man I first met and fell in love with.
Healing magic is here, right? One eye? Nope.
Like, I know this is an improvement from how he was before, but getting excited about the child's milestones, letting you sleep in when he can, and taking the brunt of nighttime wake ups, helping with baby stuff, making an effort to be thoughtful and considerate, and trying to listen to you, that's bare minimum shit. That's just being a dad and husband. Like, that's not a great dad and husband. You know what I mean? Like, listening to you, taking care of the baby.
Yeah, it seems like the stuff that anyone should do in that position, just like period.
Yeah. I'm still struggling with low self worth, and I find it hard to ask for simple favors. I think, however, that discovering Mr. Rogers while watching it with the kiddo has actually been helping a bit. And while we still quarrel, all of our arguments finally tend to resolve calmly and in a timely way. After the long visa dispute and all the immigration lawyer and application costs, we unfortunately don't have the money for individual therapy or couples counseling right now, but it's something we both want to pursue as soon as we have a bit more financial stability. Anyway, thank you for reading all this. I'm still open to advice if you have any. Is this marriage salvageable? First comment on this update says, I think you did salvage it. Seriously, that is some serious growth on both your parts, and I recommend on both your parts, and I recommend you stop for a moment and appreciate that. Well done. I agree with the other commenter though. You do not have another child right away or in the near future, even if it might sound enticing. You didn't mention you were planning to, but just throwing it out there. I think getting stable and enjoying what you have built together is the way forward. Anyway, congrats on making these changes for your family. You sound like a lot of her sounds like a lot of hard work is paying off, and you should stop and smell the flowers, so to speak. Pat yourself on the back because no one else is going to do it for you. Good luck.
Like, look, if they seriously did work shit out, I guess there's nothing we can really like. He's made a bunch of really stupid mistakes, and like it's good now. Like you know, like I get where you're coming from, I guess, but like people are allowed to be given multiple chances, and that's clearly
Yeah.
what this is. I believe holy magic goes here. Nope. I am misremembering all of these. Is it here? Yes. 9, 8, 5, 1, 2, 6, 7, 3.
Sorry, Elias is messaging me.
That's alright.
I think they were rewatching episode 9
Rewatching episode 9.
of Digital Circus. The
Oh,
finale.
yeah. Philosophy of mana and willpower. You know, my new background, people are theorizing the three...
Wait, hold on. Yeah, I think you're about to say the same thing that the child is messaging
literally,
me
the
right
three
now.
abstracted things in front of Pomni in the aquarium are...
Jax, Ribbit, and Kaufmo.
Jax, Ribbit, and Kaufmo, yeah.
Because they said, like, they wrote to me, like, at 54:05 in episode 9, Kinger and Pomni are looking at the abstracts. Kinger is clearly looking at the one in front of him. I
Which
think
is
that's
probably
Queenie
Queenie,
specifically.
yeah.
Then Pomni is looking at 3 surrounding each other, Jax, Ribbit, and Kaufmo. Am I crazy? I think I'm reaching.
I'm
I was
gonna...
like, no, that would make
Hold
sense.
on. Hey, Elias. Would you like to know what I just said to Tyler live on stream at the exact same time that you just sent him that message? What do you fucking mean? What?
Mm,
Nope, that's not good. I'm taking a screenshot of my background. Where did OBS go? Sorry, I just had to tell them this. Yeah, look,
yeah.
it's my background. It's so pretty. It's such a pretty background. Isn't that such a pretty background?
It is such a pretty background. You gonna get validation from the child that's such a pretty background?
If they go like, no, it's stinky, I'm gonna kill myself live on air.
Yeah.
Anyway, what the fuck am I holding?
Alright.
Philosophy of
OP
matter and
replied,
willpower. So philosophy is not the same as psychology.
yeah.
Philosophy is 2J.
OP replied to that, thank you for your kind words. We don't have the space nor the money for another child right now anyway, so we'll definitely wait for the right time. Another comment says, I remember reading your last post, and I'm glad things are going better for you now. Honestly, you're both still very young, so I do think some immaturity in arguing is forgivable as long as both people in the relationship are always actively working towards improving themselves and the relationship. This is part of what people mean when they say marriage takes work. It sounds like your husband did accept responsibility for his actions and has been stepping up to both be a better husband and father, which is a great sign. No one
Yeah.
can predict the future, and only you truly know how your husband makes you feel. Do you feel safe with him? Do you feel like you can rely on him? Do you feel like he would have your back right now if something went wrong? From what you described solely in this post, things do sound promising.
Like, genuinely, it does seem like things are on the up and up.
Yeah. If you can't afford couples counseling, that's totally fine. Perhaps you could both schedule a check in each week where you discuss the current state of your mental health, how stressed out you are, and where you feel like you're struggling and or could use help. And also what you noticed over the past week about your partner that made you appreciate them. It might help you both keep up to date with each other's feelings, keep resentment down by acknowledging the work the other does, and you might find it easier to communicate your needs if it's in a meeting scheduled specifically for that reason. You could try writing things down throughout the week if you feel you want to bring up that you feel you want to bring up later so you don't forget. I hope things continue to improve and wish you the best for you and your family. Uh, and OP replies, thank you for your comment. I had a hard time trusting anything, but he is definitely the person I trust the most in the world. Because every time he makes a mistake, he is honest about it and tries his best not to repeat it. Thank you for your advice. Third comment just says, my advice is to hold off on having a second child, but I'm happy for you otherwise. Comment 4 says, you could be cautiously optimistic, but continue to be watchful. Go to marriage counseling before your next kid. Uh,
Yeah.
Otherwise, I would bet money on him doing the exact same thing. Men feeling the need to center themselves during women's pregnancy are pathological. Very, I am uncomfortable when it's not about me. And until he addresses the root of that, it's going to happen again.
Hmm. You're probably right about that. This comment.
Yeah, because the other thing I'm thinking is, like, it could just have gotten better because, like, everything sort of got better, so, like, he could have more attention again. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, if that's the case.
No, absolutely.
Alright.
Advanced healing theory. Let's do this. Oh wow, this is coming off of cooldown very quickly. Hell yeah. We are starting to fly.
Nice.
Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9.
Alright. So, I saw my girlfriend's sister full making out with a man that was not her fiance at my work. I'm confused on what to do. OP is 17-year-old male. Girlfriend's sister is 24. So, OP is not an adult, and girlfriend's sister is.
Read say the title, please, because my brain short-circuited while I was trying to figure out where the fuck these books would go.
I saw my girlfriend's sister full making out with a man that was not her fiance at my work. I'm confused on what to do.
Okay. My brain is struggling. I apologize.
Girlfriend's sister,
Yeah.
so sister-in-law,
Yeah.
making out with a man who is not her fiance. So cheating. at his work.
Okay. Yeah, no, I think what's happening is my brain is like I'm starting to do this quickly now, which is making it hard to focus. Also,
Okay.
there's multiple fucking I don't know why my okay. My girlfriend's sister. No, and you Wow, I am short-circuiting. I apologize.
I even took out the age and gender things to make things easier.
I know.
You can
Sometimes
only do so much.
I know. This isn't a you problem, Tyler. Okay. Say it one more time, please.
Alright. I saw my girlfriend's sister
Yep.
full making out with a man, not her fiance, at my work.
Okay. I'm here, what up? Nothing. I'm just brain farting.
Saw my girlfriend's fiance. Nope. Saw my girlfriend's sister making out with a dude that wasn't her fiance.
Yep.
That's what's up.
So, it's not that OP's girlfriend is cheating.
No.
Yeah, see...
OP's girlfriend's sister is cheating.
Yeah, see, that's why the fucking 17 billion layers of obfuscation is what's throwing me with this.
Right, well, that's just kind of how the cookie crumbled in this situation.
Yeah, well, the cookie can crumble somewhere else.
Alright, I'll skip the story then.
No,
Jeez.
it's alright.
Alright. I work at a coffee shop, and I saw my girlfriend's sister full-on making out with this guy. They were all over each other. We were really busy, and I never would have noticed them except for my coworkers pointed them out because they were all, they need a room. This is a coffee shop. I immediately recognized her, and she's supposed to get married in July to another guy. They could not see me.
Also,
They could not see me. I didn't want to get involved.
Hold on. You also said, like, a thing about their age, and I was like, what the fuck? What was the age comment? Was that important?
OP is a 17-year-old boy.
Okay.
And the sister is 24.
Is
Those
girlfriend?
are the only two ages given. I assume the girlfriend is also 17.
Why would you assume
or
that?
otherwise high school age.
Why would you assume that in this world? Not that I think you
Alright,
shouldn't.
well, the
Yeah.
girlfriend's age was not given, so
Okay.
so I can only assume also in school.
Yeah, hopefully.
So at least high school aged, between 14 and 18.
Enchanting illusions.
So they couldn't see me. I didn't want to get involved. But after they left, I came out to clean some tables thinking the close was clear. She came back in for something. I think to use the restroom, or she forgot something. She saw me and flipped, and started begging me to tell her what I saw. I said I didn't see anything,
Give me a
but she
sec.
somehow knew.
Thorok? What's up? Sorry? Okay. Thank you. Alright. Gone.
She left, but told me we weren't done and that we had to talk. I just got home and my girlfriend texted me asking me what's going on with me and her sister. I don't know what she told her, but I said I don't know. She keeps texting me that her sister is upset and that I should come over. Not to sound like a little kid, but I'm not allowed to leave the house at this time. I texted her that my parents won't let me go there. She said they'll drive to my house if I sneak out to meet them. I said that'd be hard. She said please. What can I do? What should I do? I'm a little freaked out right now.
She said please.
He's 17.
Is this the OG library cleaning? Yeah, and I've got to get the achievements for it. I've gotta.
Let's check out that shitty AI enhanced art.
I don't know which ones are. Actually, that's not true, because the others are screenshots of just this library, so... Also, I can't. I have a time limit. I have 1 hour and 10 minutes, Toiler.
Alright.
I can't. So yeah, these are screenshots from the library.
Nice.
And then I guess it's probably it's probably these.
You could probably just find some Shutterstock shit that looks just like that.
Ultimate
I
illusion.
don't understand what the point.
Ultimate illusion. Where is illusion magic? Here it is. Transition of evolution of history of magic. History is over here. No, it's not. Well, fuck.
Nope.
It's your
ibuprofen alarm.
I can't say it. To N. I thought it was. Oh, two.
Hey, ask Elias about whether or not they've been woohooing all over the place.
I don't fucking care if
'Cause
they are or not.
They've been woohooing.
Are they playing Sims?
Now they've been playing a different dating sim. And I've been on their case, just like because like they were showing me some of the dating sim, and like there were like two scenes with different characters where it just like fade to black, fade up on like being like, all right, bye, that was fun, give a smooch and leave. So I just like decided that that was my bit now.
Like
to be
very
like, I
clearly.
can't believe you were woohooing.
Okay. Transfiguration.
How dare you?
Transfiguration is 1F. B, D, F. That's here.
So
Sword
you gotta
Saint.
get on the bit.
The one who slices the mountains. The fuck is this? I really don't have to get on the bit. Actually, I disagree.
You should.
I disagree.
You should. It's fun.
I don't think I'm gonna get on the bit. Elias is allowed to do whatever the fuck they want.
No, they cannot woohoo. They are my baby.
Fuck is Sword Saint?
You're a sword saint.
What is it?
Probably something Millie's wielded.
2A. What the fuck is 2A? Sociology. I think there's literally a category for sociology. Yeah, 2H.
2A is warrior also.
Gotcha. Also, while I'm here, 10, 6, 3, 2H.
Alright, I shall continue reading.
Yeah.
Comment says, keeping it to yourself, as you said you planned, was probably the best idea. But if the sister has already told your girlfriend that something has happened, you're now in the middle whether you like it or not. I'd say something to your girlfriend like, your sister needs to tell you what happened. It's not my place and I don't want to be involved in this drama. Hopefully the sister will have the courage to be honest with your girlfriend. OP replied, okay, thank you. I'm desperate. She keeps texting me. Another comment says, wow, since her sister is freaking out so much, it sounds like the truth is going to end up coming out. Don't stress yourself out too much. You're not the guilty party here. You're just a witness. I'm not sure why her sister didn't just try to forget it and pretend nothing happened. Because now she's making it into a much bigger deal, and there's a good chance the secret's going to get out. And OP replied, by coming out, you mean the fiance is going to find out? I'm just stressed because I know it's really fucked up what she did. I know the guy she's engaged to. I got to know him last Christmas. He was really cool to me. I feel really bad for him. Another comment says, your girlfriend likely isn't going to stop asking questions until she figures out what's going on. Regardless, it's not your fault if the fiance finds out, and frankly, it might be in his best interest to know now rather than later. My guess is that her sister will confess but downplay the situation to a friendly kiss. And if that happens, it's up to you whether you're okay with that version or not. There's no right answer about how you should handle this. You're going to have to go with your own conscience about what feels right. You sound like a nice guy. Sorry you find yourself in this situation.
Predicts a
And OP replies,
truth verification. Excuse me?
OP replies, no right answer, huh? What feels right? Nothing is feeling right at this point. Keeping quiet feels wrong, but saying something feels wrong. So what do you do when everything feels wrong? I mean, what would you do?
Give up. So that's probably not.
Another comment says, ultimately, the sister created drama by kissing the guy. Then she created more drama by telling her sister something happened that somehow involved you. So frankly, you could just text the truth that you saw X making out with a guy at work, and let the chips fall where they may. It sounds like you were willing to let it all go quietly, but the sister seems to have messed up that option. That's not your fault. You didn't create the situation, so don't feel guilty about telling the truth when asked point blank what happened, if that's what you want to do.
I
And OP
don't.
replied,
I don't think it's about what OP wants. Here, I'm gonna wild take. I think you have to in this situation. Like, I think it's right to.
I do think like it's absolutely the right thing to do to tell the person.
Yeah, I don't think it's like it's gonna suck and cause drama, I'm sure, but like you can't
Right.
like you have
I think
to.
like even in situation like I would almost like I don't like making absolutes because like there'll always be like
exceptions.
Like an exception. But I think like most of the time just telling someone who's being lied to the truth is almost always just the correct thing to do.
Yeah.
So like even in situations I'd say where like, oh, this person like told the wife that her husband was cheating on her, and she got mad at the person who told her. It's like, okay, but that's the wife's problem, and I still think that you did the right thing by telling.
Yeah, like I would want to know, you know?
Like it sucks if you get heat for doing that, but I still think it's the right thing to do.
2-0.
And I do think it sucks that it's being put on this kid's shoulders to do that right thing when there's the pressure of a hysterical 24-year-old woman just going crazy at his girlfriend, who's also like secondhand going crazy on him.
Archery is up here. Yeah, I think it's the right thing to do though. Like I think you have to do it. It doesn't really matter if you don't want to deal with the drama.
Yeah. Like the drama is all like you're already dealing with the drama. Like there's no I don't want to be involved. You're already involved. Once you know that the thing is happening, you are involved in it. Because it's kind of like not taking a side is taking a side.
Exactly.
Like, quote unquote, not getting involved in the drama would have been taking the sister's side by helping covering it up. So OP replied, I can tell my girlfriend the truth. That's not a problem, but I feel bad for the fiance. I think he should know. I know I was willing to play dumb, but I'm trying to put myself in his place, and I would want to know. I think I should tell him, but if he doesn't believe me, then what? I really feel bad for him. He was too cool for me. He was too cool to me for me to just, not say something. I bet if I was 10 years older, I would know exactly what to do. I think I would.
I wouldn't bet on it.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that. But
Alchemy is
I guess
1
if you were
M.
27 and the girlfriend was still 24, she'd probably feel less comfortable trying to bully you into submission.
Yeah.
I finally told my is an update. I finally told my girlfriend that I definitely could not sneak out of my house the night of the kissing. I told my girlfriend what I saw the next day. She said her husband is not husband. She said her sister is saying that that's not what happened at all. She says that she hugged a guy hello because she knows him and ran into him there. Then she says that she hugged him and kissed him on the cheek, but that he got a little too hands-on with her and she immediately stopped it. I said, okay, if that's what it is, then that's what it is. I was working anyway, so whatever she says must have been what happened. So she texted me later saying the sister wants to talk to me. But by then I was out with my parents. They have a no cell phone rule when we're out on family outings, so my phone was in the car all day. When I did talk to the sister, she told me that the guy tried to get too touchy with her, and that's probably the part I had seen, but that it wasn't the full-on makeout session that I thought. I said, that's not what I saw, but it's not my business. She was pissed that I wouldn't budge, but then I got some voicemails from the guy she kissed that night. He said that if I didn't answer his calls, he would personally come and see me at work. I didn't know if that was a threat, but I did
Whoa.
get kind of nervous.
No, thank you. We do not. No. We do not do
I told my
that to a
supervisor at work.
17-year-old.
He said that if the guy shows up, he'll take care of it. The guy showed up and asked for me, so he got kicked out of the coffee shop and got into a big heated argument with my supervisor outside. He never came back, so I was glad about that. My girlfriend broke up with me right after that, so I decided to just concentrate on finishing my school year strong. There are other girls that I have possible dates with, but losing my girlfriend is hard. I'm Facebook friends with the guy who got cheated on. I like him. He was always cool to me, but I'm not sure if he would believe me anyway. My ex-girlfriend texts really often, but I rarely respond to those as much as I want to. I'm still confused.
Why did the
I'm still
girlfriend break up
confused as
with
to
him?
how.
I'm confused.
Yeah, I'm still confused as to how we're the ones who ended up breaking up over someone else's cheating.
What the fuck is
I think probably
romance?
because it was like pressure from the sister to like try to also pressure him into staying quiet. Like, oh, if you don't conform, then I'll break up with you. And he's like, okay.
Ritual.
Edited to add. I came into work today and spoke to my supervisor again since he was one of the witnesses to the cheating. I told him I'm kind of friends with the guy being cheated on. He said to call the guy and tell him to come in for some coffee on the house. Then we can talk to him together in his office. At that point, he says I can show him what I have, and he can also talk to the girls who witnessed the whole thing with us. So I'm going to message him on Facebook and see if he answers. If he does, I'm sure all hell will break loose. A comment quotes my girlfriend broke up with me right after that and replies to that, what was her reason? Could it be that her sister poisoned you against her because poisoned her against you because you're problematic for her current situation? And OP replied, her reason was that she has to be loyal to her sister, and right now her sister has a big problem with me. Having to be loyal to a cheater is really funny to me.
Yeah. Oh, it's a 3. I'm a dumbass.
Another comment says, honestly, it sounds like you probably dodged a bullet here. You tried to avoid being wrapped up in the situation repeatedly, but her and her sister kept trying to convince you anyways. The fact that the guy then contacted you to threaten you, even if there are no explicit threats, if you don't answer my calls, I'll show up at your work, is still an implicit threat, is nuts. That's all sorts of sketchy and worrying. If it were actually a situation of, oh, he got handsy but I stopped it, there's no way the sister would be contacting him to try and get him to shut you up. It's up to you whether or not you want to let the fiance know that he's engaged to someone who's sending a grown man to threaten a teenager, but I will warn you, it's pretty easy for them to frame it as oh, he's just acting out because my little sister broke up with him. If you still have the voicemail, you should probably send it to him as proof if you do decide to inform him. Personally, I'd err on the side of caution and not get involved in this shitstorm. You're a kid, so you don't need to deal with a grown couple's infidelity problems or risk having her side piece come after you again.
So insane.
OP replies, I have the emails and all of the text messages. I kept them in case I have to explain stuff to my parents or the authorities. You never know.
Yeah.
Another comment, you need to tell your supervisor just how cool and awesome he is. No, really, you need to. You've got lots of integrity and you still will when you and your supervisor sit him down and tell him the bad news. He needs to know and he deserves it. Be prepared for possible blowback from your ex and her sister. Rumors and lies and that sort of thing causing problems between you and others you may care about. Take care. Nope, he replies, he's pretty cool. It's easy to work for him because he's so easygoing. He's 9 years older than I am and way more experienced overall. He has that everything will be okay attitude. Second update.
Hell yeah.
I PM'd the guy who got cheated on, and his first initial is S, so I'll call him Sam. Sam sent me a message back with his number, so I called. He said that he was told that I started a nasty rumor about his fiance. I told him that it was about him and that it was true. I told him all about it, but that he could come to the coffee shop and see for himself. He came Wednesday afternoon. My boss talked to him and told him that the girls saw it too. He believes us, but he's coming back Sunday because the video system holds the last 30 days in memory, so my boss is going to show him. Sam was a little mad, but didn't look shocked. He thinks he knows who the guy is. So now this is where all hell broke loose. Sam broke up with his fiance, so that's it. No wedding. I got a text from my ex saying that she hoped I was happy that her sister's life is ruined. I do feel bad. Last night I was working and my ex's dad barges into the coffee shop, points his finger right at me, and says, "You, let's go outside. We're gonna talk." He said it very, very loudly and in front of all the customers. I froze for a second and he said, "Outside, right now. Let's go." I said, "Let me clock out first." I walked out to the back. I walked out to the back of my boss's office
Wait,
and told
who
him that
is
my
told?
ex's dad is here.
Who's? Oh, the ex's dad. Oh,
Yeah. So also the sister's dad. So just
that makes me uncomfortable.
and he's demanding that the child meet him outside.
Yeah, that makes me uncomfortable.
Just to talk. Just gonna talk. Just gonna talk.
So that is a
Uh
child.
walked to the back of my boss's office and told him that my ex's dad is here and he's demanding that I go outside with him. My boss goes over and says, "Hey, excuse me, can I help you?" My ex's dad told him it's none of his business and he wanted me outside like he had all the authority in the world. So my boss says, "Well, this is my place, so you either buy coffee or get the hell out. Don't come in here and harass my employees like you own the place. Like you own the
Woo!
place."
S tier
By the way,
boss.
in case you were wondering, I'm the one who spoke to Sam and told him what the cheater's name did.
Mhm.
So you and I need to go outside and talk. So then they marched out, and everyone was staring at me. One customer said, "What did you do to that man's coffee to make him so mad at you?" You won't believe the things you can do to a man's coffee.
Yeah,
It's actually not that many things. You make it decaf, and that'll do it.
honestly.
So they talked for like 10 minutes, and it looked more like a yelling match. Then he left, and my boss came in and said everything's cool. This morning at school, I got a text from my ex that said, "Please don't go to work tonight because my sister's friends are planning something." I
Oh my
asked her
god.
what, and she said just please don't go and that she loved me. I'm not gonna lie, I did get kind of scared, not to be a wuss. So I called my dad at work and told him everything. My parents came to get me at school. Oh, called my dad who was at work. Not he
Yeah.
wasn't at work. So I called my dad and told him everything. My parents came to get me at school, but when I went in the office, the cops were there and my ex was in the assistant principal office and I could see that she was crying. One of the cops came out and my dad gave him my phone. My mom took me home and took her phone and gave me her phone and then went back to school. I called my boss and he said that he is sure that the cops will come talk to me later. He told me to just keep cool and let him know if I need anything. Then I got a text from Sam that said, "Hey, this is Sam. Are you okay? Your boss just called me." I called him and told him what I knew, but I'm not sure what's going on right now, so I'm waiting for my parents to get home to find out. I know Sam had to know, and he said that I did the absolute best thing by telling him that he owes me big time, but I can't say I feel totally great. It's not your average high school drama. It feels like I started something that a tornado picked me up, and there was nothing I could do as it spins me around. You don't know where you're going to end up, and you have no control. It's not easy, that's all I'm saying, but right now it's just a waiting game.
The
Oh
psychology
boy.
of prioritizing gaming over tidying your room. Is that psychology or is that daily life? Lomel. Yeah, it's psychology. Two, three, one.
Alright, comments. Uh, comment says, "Dude, considering this guy was engaged, you literally saved his life. Imagine if he married this woman and then divorced later or had kids. Hell, the divorce alone saved him half his net worth. Now he doesn't have to pay out for a wedding and future divorce. With this cheating bimbo.
Yeah.
Props on you." LP replies, "He said he already paid some of the money for the wedding, which is in July, but he said he doesn't care at all to lose that money." Uh, Another comment says, "Your boss sounds awesome. Get him a nice thank you gift. Also, it sounds like you did the fiance a big favor if this is what she and her friends and family are like. Stay safe." Nope, he replies, "This is totally not how they come across. When you meet them, they're all nice. The dad has always been kind of a jerk, but they're really popular at their church and stuff." There it is. They participate in all the charity fundraisers, so they have a good side, but I guess people are not always what they seem to be. Your boss is cool. You've done the right thing. Blah blah blah. Your ex-girlfriend's family obviously has some doubtful moral values, and I'm glad you don't have to be related to them anymore. Your ex-girlfriend herself, while a lot of people will call her crazy as well, I do pity her. I imagine
Yeah.
her to be doing a lot of things under the pressure of her family. I mean, if her dad is so crazy that he would come to your workplace to yell at you, shouldn't he be yelling at the guy that she made out with? I can imagine him verbally, hopefully not physically, abusing your ex to make her leave you. It really is her own responsibility to be strong enough to refuse bullshit for herself, but it's not so easy. Anyways, my point is that she probably doesn't want to be a part of this either. OP replies, I don't think she wanted to be a part of this either. I'm sad that because I know she feels pressured by I'm sad because I know she feels pressured by her family. But there's nothing I can do now. At least there's nothing that is coming to my mind to make things easier for her. Another update. Okay, long week. A lot has happened, but at the same time, nothing much happened. My dad gave the cops my phone because my ex denied that she texted to warn me. They needed a warrant to search her phone, so they wanted to search mine instead. They also heard the threatening voicemails and texts from the guy who came looking for me. The school called the cops after my dad called them. My ex's dad showed up too, and dad confronted him about coming to look for me at work. He denied it and said that he came looking for my boss. That's a total lie. The cops ordered him to stay away from me. They sent 2 cops to my house to talk to me. I can honestly say they were totally shocked that this all started because that girl cheated on her boyfriend. They both gave me business cards with their cell phone numbers for emergencies. My ex finally admitted that her sister's friends were planning on coming to the coffee shop and jumping me, and even bragged about how many bones they would break. I overheard my parents talking about her. Jesus Christ. My mom said her dad tried to shut her up, and she's very worried about what will happen to her at home. The cops talked to my boss on Friday after talking to me and warned him to call if anything suspicious happened. So guess what? It did. The guy who cheated with with the sister was parked behind the coffee shop with an older man. The boss spotted them and they flashed a baseball bat at him. He got their license plate and called the cops, but they were gone when they got there. But I'm pretty sure I have to quit my job now because my parents are going to make me. For now, my mom or dad is taking me to work and my boss is taking me home since I used to walk.
Can
Yeah,
this
probably safe
fucking
not to
kid
walk.
not just be saved because they called out a cheater? What the fuck is going on
I
with this
know, it
world?
sucks so much.
What the actual fuck is going on? I'm so angry.
It sucks
There
so
are
much
so
that he
many
can't
people's faces
just
who I
be
have to
okay.
break.
My ex texted me all week begging to talk to me. Wednesday I agreed to meet her before her softball practice. When I got there, the same 2 guys were parked across the street. They chased me, but I run cross country, so no chance. Last night my dad called me to work to tell me that the cops went to the house to tell them that the 2 men were arrested. They said multiple charges, including holding stolen property. The cops also said their criminal problems are big and they won't see the light of day for a long time. My ex has been texting me nonstop, swearing she didn't know that they were there and didn't know that they knew I was coming. I don't believe her.
Of course not.
I was scared, but tried not to show it to my parents. I still think telling Sam was the best thing, but it's just made more trouble than I was ready for. I've never been this stressed out in my life. Sam saw the video, and my boss said that he broke down, but there's no way he's ever taking her back. He's moving to Utah. His dad owns a big trucking company, so he's transferring. He told my boss that his ex told him that she'll follow him to Utah and that she'll camp out in his driveway until he forgives her. I did ask my boss what his favorite bottle was, and he said Jack Daniels, so I got him one. I won't say how I got it, but I have a connection. Man, that's all for now. But BS drama.
Totally valid.
Yeah.
Alright, well I have all of the spells that I'm gonna use for this shit. So now I just rotate, waiting for them all to come off cooldown for 10 seconds.
Yeah. And a lot of people just like saying, like, you did the right thing. So sorry about all this bullshit you've had to deal with. And OP just being like, oh yeah, it's a nightmare, but like,
It's a living.
yeah, he does say that he only has like 1 more year, and then he's moving out to California with his sister. He's going to going to college in California,
Hell yeah.
so then he'll be able to leave this shit behind. All right. Yeah. Be prepare. That's it. That's it for that. Let me see what the second story on this video is. Maybe is it something interesting? We shall see.
Compared
Once
to
the video
that one?
fucking loads. What?
Compared to that one.
Yeah.
Two, 9, 1, 8, 10, 7, 4, 3, 6, 5.
Alright, I have to go pee. Then I will be right back.
Go for it. Four, 6, 10, 1, 3, 8, 9, 7.
I return.
Hi, hello, howdy.
Hi, hello, howdy indeed. Excusez-moi.
No.
Okay. Alright. Next story. Update. Am I wrong? Well, it's update because it will have an update, but the post is, am I wrong?
Yeah.
Boyfriend wants me to ask permission to turn when driving.
What?
I forgot that.
No. No, you're not. Next story. Absolutely
Yeah,
fucking...
I forgot that this particular poster always puts update in the title if it's going to have an update later. So,
Cool.
am I wrong?
What?
Boyfriend wants me to ask permission to turn when driving.
That's what the fucking turn signal is. It's not even asking permission, it's just...
Just letting you know I will. Basically, some backstory. I, 23 female, am in a long-term relationship with my boyfriend, 28 male. We met almost 5 years ago. Already a bad sign.
What? Say the ages again.
23 female, 28 male. Met 5 years ago.
Alright.
We're not engaged or anything, but it is an exclusive long-term relationship. Our finances are pooled. We work at the same place. The car, which is the important item in this post, is technically owned by me because my name is what we used to purchase it. I have or had better credit than him. I paid for the down payment, which was $2,000, but our finances are together, so we really both paid the bi-weekly car payment. The insurance has us both on it, and that also comes from our share finances. My boyfriend is the one who drives the car most of the time. He's a bit of a control freak, but he really likes to drive, whereas I could take or leave it. However, he's not
There's
the
moments where
only one who
the OP
drives.
tells more than they realize. He's a bit of a control freak. Yeah.
Yeah. The problem is, OP, I think you were kidding when you said that, but you weren't. That's the problem. However, he's not the only one who drives. Sometimes, for example, he'll have me drive him somewhere because he's tired or whatever. However, the following things have been causing arguments. 1. He wants me to use GPS at all times.
Okay.
Even when it's just going to, like, the corner store. However, if he's in the car with me, he wants me to go the way that he says instead of the GPS, but it still has to stay on. 2.
What?
He doesn't like when I drive without him. It stresses him out, and he'll change plans to accompany me when I drive. I don't really mind, but I wish he trusted me to drive on my own. Sometimes I feel like I lack independence for no reason.
For no reason.
3. The real thing that makes me fight with him is that if I need to turn or change lanes or literally do anything, he wants me to ask first. Basically, if I'm about to put on my turning signal, I usually say something like, signal to the left lane, okay? And he'll say yes or no. If he says no, he tells me what I should do instead. The thing is, like I said, even if I'm going to the corner store, somewhere we go every day, or literally somewhere where there's no question that I need to turn right, I still have to ask him, turn right, right? Is usually something like that. That is usually what I say. When I don't, he gets really upset, or if I argue with him about it. He says that lane changes and driving decisions affect him personally, so he has the right to have a say about it. In theory, I understand that,
No,
because it's true that whatever I do while driving does impact him.
What? Don't validate this in any capacity. Please don't. Please?
Unfortunately, she will.
Please. So oftentimes when you read these stories out, the personal game for me is in figuring out why you put it in the playlist as well. It's often why you hear me ask, like, oh, did you put it in here because blah, 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 right?
Yeah, yeah.
I think I figured out why you put this one in here.
Like, honey, please, honey. Um, in theory, I understand that, because it's true that whatever I do while driving does impact him. However, it's a double standard, because he doesn't have to ask me. I brought that up, like, I get that my driving impacts you, but yours impacts me, and you don't check with me before you change lanes or make a turn. He says that while that's true, people have different boundaries, and it's something that bothers him. However, it's never been something that bothers me, so if I tried to have that boundary now, it'd be manipulative and just to match his, which means it isn't valid. That's
The words are
some
true.
gymnastics.
The words are true. Like, yeah, people have different boundaries.
Those words in that order.
Dorbeck.
When we're in the car with other couples, obviously none of them have this weird driving dynamic. In the end, sometimes I feel like this really weird, like this is really weird, but other times I feel like my boyfriend's explanations make sense and that I should respect it. I wonder if it's just a quirk that I should accept and drop in the future. However, sometimes it feels like every year I lose more independence. Then again, I don't need to be super independent, so it usually doesn't bother me. I don't know. Anyway, today we had a big fight about it because I didn't ask. It's honestly embarrassing to ask to put on the turning signal, and he's icing me out. Everything else in our relationship is good. Everything else is good. Oh, I'm glad.
Oh man, I was
Well,
worried there
everything
for a
else is
second.
good.
Yeah.
I think probably everything else is good because you've been a good little girl doing everything he says, except for this one thing.
Yikes.
Another comment. that was the end of the first post, so we're in the comments now.
Cool.
Comment. Everyone here will rightfully alert you to the fact that this guy is a psycho and controlling. But aside from that, waiting to get permission, holy shit, that's a flaming red flag and is super dangerous. Driving safety requires attention and 1,000 split-second decisions. It's also very instinctual. If you've got some a-hole in the front seat barking orders or you're preoccupied with seeking his approval to move in traffic, or the bullshit you'll have to deal with if you don't, you are seriously distracted. And that makes you a hazard to yourself and everyone else on the road. OP replies to that.
All right.
Got downvoted for it too.
Oh, I was about to say. All right, are we about to experience? All right. I don't know how to word it. I don't think you should downvote. Responses like that. Like, I don't know. This might be a like an opinion that doesn't get like shared, but like. I think even when OPs have like a delusional response, I don't think you should downvote them because it's like it's maybe it's my like personal way that I interpret it, but like I'd rather education rather than dismissal, and downvoting to me is like a dismissal, like a fuck off, you're dumb kind of response instead of a like a how do you educate them response. I've never liked when like unless they're like downvoting because the response is like being I don't fucking know how to do it. Do you know where I'm trying to come from, Tyler?
I know what you mean. I do know what you mean. I just don't know what the alternative would be, besides just like
commenting. Like,
well, I mean, besides just like restricting OP's posts from getting up or down votes. OP's replies or comments.
No,
because I understand the purpose of up or down votes with other comments is the thing. I understand the point of them, basically.
I don't know if they should be restricted from upvotes, but I don't know if maybe that causes more or less the same situation. I don't know. Just in my head, it's like, you know. But yeah, how do you not have that power for someone when the OP is the asshole, right?
Right.
When it's not the because like this OP isn't the asshole, they're just misinformed, right? So it's not like they're doing anything wrong. And downvotes to me signal like, oh, you're doing something wrong. That's what it is. There's my words. Downvotes feel like you signal doing something wrong and that you should be corrected for it.
But I mean, the OP is doing something wrong and should be corrected for it in this case. The thing wrong is being with her boyfriend,
But you know what I
who
mean.
is a controlling psycho.
You do know what I mean.
I do get what you mean, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. But if the only response you have available to you is yes or no, then like if those are the only two options. So it's like people just being like no 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 does send a message. And from there it's just kind of up to like OP's interpretation of what getting negative 41 points on this reply means.
Gotcha. Anyway, go on. They're clearly doubling down.
I don't think they are, actually.
Oh, well then why the fuck are they getting
That'll
downvoted?
I don't know. Because it's also possible interpretation. They're like it's people downvoting are just saying like this is a bad thing, OP. But who knows? Thank you for your comment, because honestly sometimes I get really anxious and I start second guessing myself because I have to ask first. However, this is framed more as me not being so good at driving, even though when we first got together I actually drove him everywhere. It really does feel more dangerous for me, and there are times when I just don't drive so I don't have to deal with the anxiety, but sometimes he's the one who wants me to drive. The hardest part, I guess, with all these comments is that I do agree that it's weird and unreasonable what he's asking, but I don't want to leave him. He has made it really clear that it's non-negotiable, and that if we want to be together, I need to respect his boundaries.
Ew.
Someone replies to that comment and says, "Why do you want to stay with him? Genuine question. Break this down. Why? What are the positives he brings to your life that you can't do for yourself, or that are unique to him and not just something a partner provides?" And OP replies, this one got negative 63 points.
Oh boy.
I should have included more stuff about him so everyone gets a full picture. This is what they always say.
Yeah. No, if I explain more, they'll understand.
He is the smartest person I know. He loves animals and is so kind and gentle with them. I love the way he dances with the pets at work. He's a vet tech. And sings little songs to them. He has a lot of nerdy interests, which I do too, and he's taught me a lot about older nerdy things and stuff like Pathfinder that I really didn't interact with prior. Playing video games with him is so fun, and he doesn't get frustrated at me like I know there are some guys do with their girlfriends. Whenever he is getting something for himself, he always asks me. He stays in constant contact with me, except occasionally if he is caving with his grotto, which he's interested in me getting into as well.
He's whatting with his what?
I think he goes caving, like he goes spelunking, basically.
Oh, that's okay. That's a cool activity for an asshole to do.
He stays in constant contact with me, except for occasionally when he's caving. He makes me feel secure with that constant presence. He's extremely protective, and if someone like catcalls me or something, he gets so mad. And I know he would always keep me safe from other people. He's also hilarious
From
and has a great
himself,
sense of
though.
humor. I'm always laughing, right? He doesn't seem interested in keeping you safe while you're on the road.
Yeah.
He seems more interested in stroking his ego. Or, sorry, respecting his boundaries. He lets me watch really bad TV shows and just kind of absorbs them with me. Lets you? Lets you watch really bad TV shows?
Oh.
I think you told us more than you intended to. His way with words is crazy. He's so eloquent and also a great evocative writer. I'm in awe of his abilities. And another person replies to that and says, an abusive person isn't often going to look like an abusive person. That's the point. That's how they get you to agree to the relationship. They can be the funniest, smartest person in the world. That doesn't mean they can't also be an abusive piece of shit. The need for constant contact is a red flag. You call it extremely protective, and another way to phrase that is jealous and controlling, which is also a red flag. His way with words could also mean that he's good at manipulation. Good at manipulation to get what he wants, which is another red flag. When you spend your life wearing rose-colored glasses, all the red flags just
Look
look
like
red flags.
That's my favorite! It's one of my favorite lines.
Mini update. So the comments started coming in really quickly. I thought I'd maybe get like 5 comments, and I didn't expect them to be so passionate. At first, I wanted to delete everything and run. My blood actually ran cold as I was reading everyone's perception of the situation. My heart is pounding. I keep crying, but not at any comment in particular. I just keep crying. This has me more emotional than I've been in a long time. I feel panic because I feel like I'm right to question his weird boundaries, and I feel scared that you're all right and that it's only going to get worse. But I'm now even more terrified of leaving him. He's my best friend. I like so many things about him. I would mourn our relationship so deeply, but you're all right. I don't want to mourn my youth and independence. Either way, though, I don't want to make a decision right now because I don't want to be influenced by the response that shocked me so much. I'll take the advice of several commenters who said I should talk to my mom and let her know everything. As some of you guessed, my mom isn't a huge fan of him, but she never said anything horrible. But I've not told her all of this either.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. I'll talk to my mom and get some advice from her. Maybe I'll see if she can drive down to visit me, and if I can invite my best friend and talk to both of them, cry it out, and try to work out what I need to do. I really thought people would be divided on this situation because of that financial aspect and that it's his boundary. This is really throwing me for a loop. Thank you.
The financial aspect of like no. Yeah, okay, you want to hear another extreme take of mine, Tyler?
What?
No matter how close a relationship gets, I don't think you should ever pool your money that way. Having a shared bank account to do like bill paying, sure,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't think
Mm-hmm.
in any ever situation 10 years, 5 decades, it doesn't matter. I don't think you should ever
Yeah,
have
I 100%. 100%. You should always have your own account that no one else can touch.
Absolutely. I'm glad that you agree with me on that one.
Like 100%. Um, and something blah blah blah. Oh, and one more thing. If I do leave him, I will lose my job. They love him. He's the only male vet tech, and they love his work.
Huh? What?
That was just another thing that they added.
Yeah, I know,
Um,
but like what? How? He's got you fucking fully manipulated on every single avenue of your entire fucking life, woman.
yeah, that's probably how he's kept her under his thumb so effectively. They
It's
literally
not.
work together.
It's
They
shared
like controls the
finances.
driving.
Shared finances when he's the reason why you have the fucking job as well. Bitch, you are so manipulated.
Yeah.
Girly.
And also he met her when she was 18, fresh adult. Like she's been with him literally her whole adult life at this point.
Yeah.
No wonder her mom didn't like him, even without knowing the whole story. Update. A lot has happened, so I'm surprised to see that I only posted 5 days ago. It feels like it's been ages. Long story short, my original post was about my boyfriend, who required that I not only announce my intentions while driving, turning signal, changing lanes, windshield wipers, literally anything, but that I do not carry out my intention until he approves it. This is the most infuriating thing in my relationship, but I mentioned some other quirks of his too.
Just some little
I read-
quacks, you know?
I read the first 300 comments obsessively, and mostly everyone was really kind. The fact that everyone felt the same way, and the things that were said, like many women comparing my boyfriend to their own abusers that they've left, I don't know, I was just shaken. I could no longer look at my boyfriend the same way. I was crawling out of my skin suddenly. In the last update, I said I was going to carefully consider everything and discuss my options with my mom, and if I left him, I was going to do so. Uh, I was going to do so thoughtfully. Well, that's not what happened. After work, he wanted us to drive home because he had a rough shift. When we were leaving work, I started asking him if he had any trauma surrounding car accidents or anything, because a lot of commenters said that his behavior might stem from either a traumatic incident or some sort of OCD.
Not that it matters.
Yeah. My question just made him angry. He was like, is that what it takes for you to listen to me? You need to validate my fucking boundaries with some bad experience? Would it make you fucking feel better if I got into a car crash? Is that what you fucking want?
Oh my god, that is the most manipulative response I could have possibly imagined. He just won the fucking trophy for the most manipulative. Like, congratulations. I need a soundboard that can play like audience clapping sound effects. Like, what the fuck?
Sophia taking notes.
Yeah. Sophie is the level 80 gaslighter, and this is a level 300, and she's like, oh my god, I think I'm in love.
Am I in love? I have no idea. Jesus Christ.
I don't know what this
Um,
feeling is, and it's amazing.
I started tripping over myself to tell him no, that I didn't want him to get into a car crash. I told him he's just really weird about my driving, so I thought maybe something caused it. We sat in the car arguing for almost an hour. I ended up really pissed off as well, and he said something about his boundary, so I ended up saying, well, my boundary is not being an abuse victim, which was a mistake.
No, it
He started
wasn't!
screaming.
No, it wasn't!
He started. He started screaming about who I was talking to and who told me that, which made me say, do you think I don't have any of my own thoughts? He got out of the car and slammed the door, saying I don't love him and want to ruin his reputation, that I don't care about anything but myself. Usually he wants me to chase after him, but I had the ick so severely at this point that I just called his bluff and left, turned off my phone, and drove to our apartment. Part of me intended to just get as much of my stuff and my cat and run off right then and there, but I only had about 10 minutes before he came through the door with our fucking boss, one of the veterinarians who owns the clinic.
Ew,
I know I didn't come off well because I was so livid. Everything I said came out emotionless, cold, and maybe even a little
why the
hateful.
fuck did he bring... I know why, to fucking Manipulator, like, immediately.
Oh, yeah. So in front of our boss, who clearly had been told some of it on the way, he started saying how I was trying to take everything from him, that I was cheating on him, that I was all he ever loved, but that I played him for a fool. He even called the car his. He was venting, screaming at me partially, but really relaying all this bullshit to our boss, and I lost it. I started going through our bank account and even doing the math, even though they were both trying to drown me out at this point. His entire paycheck goes to his bullshit, his games, his parents allegedly. Literally, he puts $300 a month toward our shared bills. If he puts $300 a month toward our shared bills, I'm lucky. I cash apped most of what I had left from my paycheck to my best friend and requested a hardship withdrawal of a considerable amount from my retirement account, which will be sent via check to my mom's house. While this insanity was happening at my apartment, I texted my friend to please come over immediately and that I was leaving my boyfriend and was scared. At this point, my boss kept telling me to cool off and go crash somewhere, saying my boyfriend could drive me to a hotel or something and pick me up in the morning. I was unwilling to leave the car or my cat and waited for my friend to show up. Of course, my boyfriend was pissed when she showed up, and my boss said that I was being unfair by involving other people.
What the fuck?
And then in parentheses, she puts 4 question marks. Bro is literally other people himself.
Yeah.
That's probably the funniest part.
Bro is literally other people.
My boss said that I was being unfair by involving another person in my argument with my boyfriend.
Does
the Pulp Fiction confused man in the room like gesture like
oh, hold on, you've done a reference. The what?
The Pulp Fiction guy that's in the room and he's just like looking around confused.
Oh, is that from a thing called Pulp Fiction?
Yeah, the one that you
Millie.
set your Millie Millie thing to. Yeah.
I didn't realize that was I don't even know what Pulp Fiction is.
The movie is called it's a movie called Pulp Fiction. It's a Quentin Tarantino movie. It's kind of a classic.
Gotcha.
I've never seen it, but like I know of it. Anyway, my boyfriend threatened to call the cops, and I said, "Go ahead. The car is in my name, and I would love for the Reddit sleuths to match the police report to my post." That really spooked him, and he started crying about how I was ruining his reputation. He kept harassing me about, what did you say in the Reddit post? What lies are you circulating? But I was able to leave with my friend, my cat, and my car. I've not been back to work. I will not be. My boyfriend has shown up at her apartment twice so far. I don't want to put her in danger, so I'm going to move in with my mom, who lives a few hours away.
Her apartment?
The friend that,
okay, yeah.
like, is crashing with her at the moment. I do not feel empowered. I don't feel like a weight was lifted. I feel embarrassed by how messy it was. I feel guilty for some reason, and mostly I just want to sleep for a year.
You feel guilty because he's an abuser.
Yeah. Good for you standing up for yourself. He sounds controlling, and then when his anger tactics didn't work, he cried to sound desperate. He's probably insecure, so he'll be reading and searching this Reddit thread and getting upset at everyone calling him out.
Hell yeah.
OP replied, I'm worried he's going to show up, but it turns out he's really stupid, so I don't even think he understands what the issue is. He probably doesn't even know what to search for, idiot. Like he can't find the Reddit post because he doesn't even know what the problem that she would have posted was.
Yeah.
Another comment says, you should consider calling a lawyer. The boss is intimidating you at home. The boss intimidating you at your home might rise to the level of gender discrimination or sexual harassment or a hostile work environment. Your boss is a moron for doing this. Call anyone higher up in the company and tell them what happened and that you're considering a lawsuit for harassment. That's insane behavior.
I
He
absolutely
tried
think
to
they
help your
should.
ex steal your car.
Yeah, I absolutely think they should, yeah. Also, Tyler, this is my favorite. Because the books don't constantly always have gravity, they don't check for it at all. They only check when you, like, throw it. Anytime you do the scoop and there are books underneath other books, like, look at this shit. They're all, like, floating.
Yeah, they're all floating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some silly ass shit.
Silly ass shit, indeed. Alright, OP replies to that. Ostensibly, he was there because he gave my boyfriend a ride. I didn't lose anything besides my job, but I didn't try to not lose my job, so I don't think there's anything to sue for. I didn't even make an attempt. I just never
Because
showed up
he
again.
was there.
That's really on
no,
me.
no, it's not. It's not. No, no, no.
Yeah,
no.
someone else replies to that. Someone else replies to that and says, not really. Your boss didn't just give him a ride. He came inside and tried to talk to you and convince you to stay with an abuser. In that action, he inserted himself and aligned himself with your abuser, making the work environment unsafe to return to.
Yeah, you yourself just said you're not going back. Why are you not going back? Because he's like supporting an abuser. Like what? I can't, Tyler.
Yeah. There's a mini edit update. With my ex is now sending AI nudes to people, including my mom and at least one former coworker. I suspect this is because I blocked him on everything and got a new phone, so he no longer knows my phone number.
Hold on, he's sending what?
He's sending AI nudes to people.
Oh, ew.
Probably
Ew!
like AI nudes.
Ew! I thought you said AI news. Ew! Oh, I want. This is okay. I'm adding him to the list of men, who I'm going to kill.
Adding him to the list of men who should be.
I'm writing him in my
into a
death
cube.
note. I'm writing him in my death note right now.
You gotta crush him into a cube, and stack the cubes.
Yep.
And whoever stacks the cubes the highest will be king.
Of nothing.
You know how Lottie and Ekam had that talk about how it's not up to them to decide who deserves to live or die?
Mm-hmm.
Change my mind. This one, we could kill this one. It's fine.
Ekam Cock's gun on it.
Yeah, that one I've decided is fine.
What a horrifyingly bad person. Like, it's people, like, when I hear, also this music, this particular track is very Dragon Quest theme. Like, it's very Dragon Quest, isn't it? It's giving Dragon Quest.
Yeah.
But it's like, how do I word this? I'm not a very nihilistic person. Like, I'm not the kind of person who's like, oh, humanity fucking sucks. People are the worst. Like, everyone should be burned to the ground. Like, I am not a very nihilistic person. But stories like this really make me, make me want to change that opinion.
Right. I generally believe that the vast majority of people are good. And it's just stories like these where I'm just like, it's the majority of them, but God, if like that minority just are the fucking worst.
Yeah, no, truly.
It's like they feel they have to be bad enough to make up for the majority being good. Like, oh God. Alright, next story.
Christ. Anyway, another news. 1 hour and 50 minutes, and I've got most of the shells done. I've only got 110 left.
Sick. You got this in the bag.
Hopefully.
Alright, my mother and father want back into my life after a 3-year gap following my mother's affair with my ex-boyfriend.
No, no, no. The mom fucked the boyfriend? That's...
Mom fucked the boyfriend.
Okay.
Mother and father are in their mid to late 60s. OP and boyfriend are in their 30s, like late 20s.
So, boyfriend is into older women. Good on him. I guess he's allowed to have that interest. Not your girlfriend's mom, though.
Then, God, where do I actually begin with this mess? I was with Dickhead, ex-boyfriend, and from now on I will only be calling him DH. I'll keep calling him Dickhead, just...
Please, thank you, Tyler.
For nearly 5 years. We met in college and hit it off. Never had a fight or anything of that nature. I'm fairly level-headed and always seek communication first, which worked out really well in our favor. When we finished up our courses, I got a job close to my family and moved back with Dickhead in tow. He eventually got a good job too, and everything seemed perfect. Then, 3 years ago, just after we'd become engaged, his idea alone, I'd no idea he'd even wanted to get married. I came home early one day to find him having sex with my mom.
Oh, wow. That just... Yeah.
Yeah, she caught them in the worst way, too. It wasn't like a seeing texts or anything. Or, like, just came in and saw it.
Oh, God.
Trust me, when I saw that, I could have burned the eyes out of my head at that point. If I could have burned the eyes out of my head at that point, I would have. I've literally had nightmares for months after him of him taking her doggy style over the kitchen table. Kitchen table.
Oh my god, not even in the fucking closed bedroom?
Nope. Long story short, I threw the engagement ring at him, pushed my crying mother away from me, and took off. I obviously told my father straight away, who wasn't surprised to my horror. Apparently, they'd been talking about opening their relationship for a while and had just done so. She'd never told him who she'd intended on partnering with. He actually said that maybe I needed to really think about whether monogamy was really the right way and what harm there was in my mom having a little fun with Dickhead. You have to understand at this point that my dad gets into phases where he gets completely absorbed into lifestyles he reads about and thinks they suit him better. Such as when we were young, he went through a phase where he felt that the hunter-gatherer lifestyle was the right way and got us all learning to hunt. As hard as that was to stomach, my father saying that to me, I knew that what happens to them is their own business. My dad had basically approved my mother's betrayal of me. And this is where I really lucked out. Thank you, personal financial advisor that I went to during college. I'd been the only one of us saving for a house and had a nice tidy sum of money locked up in my account. So I left, took off. No note, no message. Handed in my notice at my job, rang my landlord, and paid whatever it took to free me from the lease. I left all the furnishings and stuff I owned because I just didn't care. I packed a bag of clothes and essentials, got into my car, and went. I had a blast. I crossed the states in the best road trip I'd ever had, all by myself. I eventually found another job on the West Coast and have worked it out and have worked it ever since. Met my husband, had a really small wedding, and neither of us are big on these sorts of things, and now have a beautiful 3-month-old son after a pretty hard pregnancy. In all that time, I only kept in touch with my sisters. They attended my wedding secretly, as I didn't want my parents knowing anything about my life, as they'd only come to try to ruin it all. They were the first to hear. They were the first to hear my pregnant. The sisters were the first to hear my pregnancy, etc.
Yeah.
My husband knows everything, by the way, in case you're wondering. The problem I'm faced with is that my younger sister confessed to my parents about everything. About where I am, the fact that I'm married, the fact that I've had a baby. I've not been able to get in touch with my sister since I started getting letters and phone calls from them. It's all one big giant guilt trip. They whine about how much they miss me, how they've missed such important events in my life, and how and how they want to get to know their first grandchild. Not an hour ago, I got a voice message from Dickhead who was blubbering a sob story over how he thought I was dead or something, about how devastated he was and still is that I left him and now to find out that I've moved on. My husband's a star. He basically said that whatever I decide, he'll stand behind me 100%. My real issue is that my resolve is starting to crack. I look at my son and think that maybe he should know them. I mean, he has wonderful grandparents and my in laws, but surely he should know some of my own family too.
Your son
I just
should
need
not know
advice
your
here.
ex fucking partner. No, absolutely not. I don't care what you say. I'm making this
Yeah.
executive decision about your child.
Yeah, you
You're
don't need grandparents.
Yeah.
Like, that's just. Like, you don't even need both parents.
It'd be nice.
Truly don't. You truly don't. like, that's the thing. It's like, oh, like a child needs a mother and a father. No, the child doesn't even need both of those. The child doesn't even need two dads or two moms. The child needs at most one adult.
Exactly.
Like, that's all they really need. They don't need grandparents. They don't need aunts or uncles. None of that other shit is necessary.
It's obviously better.
Yeah, better if they're supportive and, like, good people that you trust to be in your life. And, like, want to be in your life. Should I stay strong, or are they right in that I shouldn't have done what I did?
Oh boy.
Comment says, that is a harrowing story, and I'm so sorry that you went through that. But just looking at a few things from your story, quote, he actually said that maybe I needed to think about whether monogamy was really the right way, end quote. What the fuck? That's what he has to say to his daughter at that point? And, quote, they whine about how much they miss me, how they've missed such important events in my life, and how they want to know their first grandchild, end quote. So the important things in this situation are all about them? I think you might want to mosey on over to r/raised by narcissists.
Yeah.
OP replied, you know, I'm so used to my father saying stuff like that I couldn't see it as being so dreadfully different from his normal. It was only when my husband mentioned it to me a few minutes ago whether I could imagine saying something like that to our child. God, maybe I should go to that subreddit. Another comment says, first of all, I can't imagine how much the betrayal must have hurt you, and how amazing you are for moving on and finding a happy life. As for your parents, if you can go back, you're a better person than me. The fact that they're guilt tripping you after everything, plus the fact that Dickhead knows about your situation and contact details, shows that they're still in contact with him, and in all probability, nothing has changed. It appears to me that you're the only one who seems to have suffered any real hurt, and for that, I'd let sleeping dogs lie with this one. Yeah, I guess that's the question. Is like, how the does Dickhead know?
Well, yeah, that's what I said.
Where the hell is Dickhead getting the phone number from? OP replied, it did hurt a lot at the time because I lost everything. I couldn't stay and had to leave it all behind. Not so much anymore. My new life is great. I just sometimes feel a little weak when I think about all the stuff I thought me and my mother would have done together. Like getting ready for the baby or buying my wedding dress. Luckily, my husband's mother is the sweetest woman I've ever met. She's become my mom.
There you go. Your kid has grandparents then. It doesn't even need them, but
hey, you're fine.
Yeah. Literally, you are good, fam.
Another comment says, in those weak moments, ask yourself what would you get out of re-establishing contact with your parents, or more specifically, your mother? Are you looking for some sort of closure, or is it just going to reopen old wounds? Your parents seem like very selfish people, so you need to adopt the same stance when dealing with them. Best of luck. And OP replies, I don't think closure is ever really possible. I guess I do miss my mother as I knew her, but I can't ever get her back. Even now when I think of her, I just see that fucking kitchen all over again. Sad face. I think the contact has to stop, really. I just know what they're like. If the letters and stuff don't get through, then I imagine they'd turn up at my door. I'm actually half terrified that they're on their way right now. So much so that I've even mentioned to my husband about selling up and moving. He's not impressed by that. And by not impressed, I mean he means at my parents, and that they caused that sort of fear in me that I'd give up on our family home just to escape them.
Yeah.
People asking how Dickhead got her number. I've no idea how he knows or how he got my number, but I imagine he did get it from them. I don't want to even think about the possibilities of that. It's entirely their own business, but I can totally see your point, as horrible as it is. As for my husband, I'm certain he's safe, but I can see what you mean. I don't want him feeling in any way insecure of an asshole from my past. My only fear is that they know where I live. I just have this horrible pit in my stomach that one day they'll just turn up at my door. I've been talking to my husband about maybe looking into moving. The most he's willing to do is go and stay with his parents for a few days.
Yeah.
Which, like, fair. I wouldn't want to, like, pick up and move. That's always the worst, when, like, you're forced to be the one to make huge decisions just to, like, protect yourself from some other shit going on
Yeah. It's not his fault at
that,
all.
like, should have nothing to do with you.
Yeah.
Alright. Update. Hey guys, just wanted to say quickly how blown away I am by all the messages and support. Even those who say this is fake, as you guys, even though the guys who say this is fake, even those who say that this is fake, as you guys validate every time I've ever told someone that my parents are dead rather than having to tell them the truth. So thanks for that.
Hold on, what? I'm not following.
So she's saying, like, thank you for everyone, for, like, all the messages and stuff, even the people who message just to say that it's fake, because they validate every time that she's just said, yeah, my parents are dead, instead of, like, dealing with having to tell them the whole truth,
Wow.
because she knows that it sounds ridiculous. So she's like, thanks for that validation.
That's great. That it's easier to just say your fucking parents are dead.
Yeah, then deal with all that shit.
Maybe I should start doing that.
Well, it's half true, isn't it?
Hey! Yeah, I was thinking the same thing, but I was like, is that too far?
I mean, it wouldn't be too far for you. It's your mom. It's arguably too far for me. Maybe I should have had that thought before I said it.
Yeah, Tyler! I'm kidding, it's fine.
Whoops.
Oh, well, I guess I'm doing this one then.
Alright. Just a really short update, in that my sister got in touch. We'll be talking properly in another hour when she's free, so I'm bracing myself for that talk. I'll try to update. I'll try to update for you all eventually. I've actually found this really therapeutic. Special thanks to those who suggested r/raised by narcissist. I've read a few threads, and it's actually really eye-opening to see what I had thought as normal was completely removed from it. Thanks again, everyone. Oh, we're loading. We are buffering. We are in the buffer zone. Best promotion on stream. Ooh.
Let me in! Let me in!
Me at this buffering video right now.
Yeah.
Alright. Proper update this time. There was a mini update, now there's a big update. Hey everyone, original link. It's been quite a while since I last posted, and things have been a little crazy, so posting an update was firmly pushed to the back of my to-do list until today. Before I start, I just want to say thanks so much to all those who replied, even those who said it was fake. You've no idea how good it is to see people who honestly believe this was so far out there that it could be real. Smiley face. Really helped solidify my decision that they weren't getting any more contact. My younger sister and I talked. To be honest, it was not a pleasant conversation. I was essentially berated for not being forgiving enough, that family is family, and that I was cheating our parents from being a my life, and that of my sons. Thankfully, and in no small part due to you knocking some sense into me, I basically told her to fuck off and hung up the phone.
Woo! Go Queen!
Go Queen Slay. And now we're buffering again.
You alright, Tyler?
Yeah, we're buffering.
I know, but like, are you like, what's your internet doing?
I'm not sure. Not much, evidently. I don't know.
Yeah.
It just really doesn't like me doing this forward, back, pause, play, forward, back thing. But unfortunately, that's how I have to read these things, so. Butterflies. Alright. I cried for a long time. I hadn't seen this coming at all, and it really hurt. Almost as bad as when this had all exploded the first time. What really had me confused is what had happened to her that had created this huge swing in opinion that suddenly I'm the bad guy for wanting a normal life without my parents ruining it again. Even now, I have no idea what happened, only that she woke up one day and now thinks I'm the worst person in the world. So after that, this is where my husband really stood up. He bundled me and the small one into a car and drove us all the way up to his parents' place for a few days. He called them and explained everything that was happening, and his mother insisted that we get away from the house for a bit to have a break from it all. When we got there, his mom nearly smothered me with kindness. She's very much a mommy person, and took every opportunity to babysit my son and leave me to rest. My husband, while I was relaxing and unknowing of what he was up to, called my other sister and got her up to speed in what was going on. From what I can tell, it's been an all-out war between them and my parents. My older sister, from now on called B, barged over that very night and apparently read the riot act to our younger sister M. It got pretty heated from what I can tell, and since then B has cut off M completely, which is a huge problem for M as B helped fund her way through college. After that fight, B got in her car and drove all the way back to our parents' house, and there it got even messier. She rang after to tell my husband that our parents had actually been packing suitcases when she arrived. They'd bought plane tickets to our state and had planned on leaving midway during the week. B blew up. The fight was pretty brutal, I'm sure. B is razor sharp with things. And then she left. She couldn't convince them not to travel over to me. She left with what details she could get of their flight times. My husband decided that he wouldn't tell me just yet. My freak out earlier at them potentially turning up had convinced him that I needed to be as uninvolved in this as possible. Instead, he left me at his parents' while he went back to our house to wait for them to arrive. Honestly, normally I would say, like, you should be communicating with your partner at every step of the way, but,
No,
like,
this is correct. This is the
this
right.
does feel like
She needs to get.
I'm going to handle this.
Yeah, she
You
needs to not be involved with
sleep.
this anymore.
I'm going to deal with all this shit. Because clearly it's getting to you. When they did, he apparently answered the door and told them to get off his property. My father and him had a blazing argument, which ended when he tried to break down the door, which my husband had used as a prime motivation to call the police. When they arrived, my father tried to claim that my husband was keeping me caged up like a prisoner and not allowing me to see my family. I know this because I received a phone call and a visit from the local PD in his parents' area to follow up on the claim. That also alerted me to the fact that they'd followed up on that threat and had actually crossed the country to reach me. So they've gone back east as they couldn't get anywhere near me or my baby, but since then the trouble hasn't stopped. We've gotten at least 8 notices from their lawyer in regards to getting access to our son. Our own lawyer told us that it was incredibly unlikely that they'll get anything. We've also had 4 visits from CPS and the police department because of anonymous calls about things from our parenting to me being a battered wife. Then like
To being a what?
a battered wife, like being abused.
Yeah, I don't know what that means. I guess it just means being abused.
Yeah, it means being abused. And then there's the hyphen__ face.
Yeah.
Our lawyer thinks these are orchestrated so that if our case goes to court, they can point to a record. And chalk this one down to me being paranoid. I just have a really bad gut feeling that they've hired a PI or something. B is holding down the line. She's going through something similar herself. She's had 5 police visits in the last month, one of which was apparently over an anonymous call that she was running a brothel. I guess we've really pushed our parents to the edge, and they'd rather ruin our lives than leave us alone. As to
I have a
everything else,
question. Can personal investigators give you information about someone that you shouldn't be allowed to have? Like their address?
I mean, I think it's a gray area because like yeah, I think it's a gray area often, but like the thing is that like often a lot of info is like technically public. Like there's a lot of info that's technically not private information that's like legally hidden, cuz like if someone happens to be driving in your neighborhood and sees you going into your house, then they have your address, you know? And legally, there's nothing to stop them from sharing that address with anyone they so choose.
Hate that.
Because like that's not private information. Your address is just a number on a street.
Hate
Like it's
that.
just yeah, so
But at the same time, you're right, because it could also, like like you're saying that in the way that private investigators get away with it, but also it literally is that. Like, someone literally
yeah,
can just happen to see you. Like, your neighbor knows that you're where you are. You can't, like,
yeah,
not
like
have your neighbor know. Like, you're right, but I still fucking hate that.
yeah. Like I think that's like the reason that and they also can get away with like a certain amount of stalking, like just straight up stalking, because like technically it's not illegal to go to the same coffee shop you are at and then drive the same direction you're driving until you get home to find out where you live. Like technically that's not an illegal act.
Ugh. Yeah.
And I think that's why you'll get a lot of Reddit stories where like someone's like I have a stalker. I went to the police and they said to just keep documenting because he hasn't done anything illegal yet.
Right, because it could
It's
be
one of the
a
major criticisms
police,
in like
like,
yeah.
hire private investigator. Yeah. Oh shit. Well, this is bad.
What?
Uh, a few of the rows are not complete, Tyler.
Hmm.
Look for the blue crystals that are not lit up, like at the heads of the bookshelves. Oh, here we go. So something's wrong in some of these.
It lights up when the head thing lights up whenever you put the thing back in.
No, it doesn't.
I was seeing the blue light up.
Look, you literally weren't, because I was over here, my guy. It's like
I mean, look to the right though. Like when you put it in, look to the right.
it is in. They're all in, and it's not lit up.
Like take it out and put it in and look to the
Oh
right.
my
You'll
fucking
see what I
god.
mean.
Yeah?
See, it flashes.
No, it didn't. That's this.
Okay.
Distracting
Why would
me.
it open if you're...
Because you can leave with none of that's one of the achievements. You can leave without
Oh.
putting the books in the right order.
Okay. Isn't there a third side? Look at the third side.
Nope.
Oh, up. Up.
Yeah.
Top row. 6, 9, 7, 8.
Okay.
Alright.
Still not quite done though. Like, I got this. I don't know if I can focus on Reddit stories though.
Alright.
That is not helpful! There we go. 400, 400. Pizza!
Yippee!
Someone left these leaves on my pizza.
Honestly, I don't even need the pizza. My reward is just that the library is tidy now. Yippee!
A major magic used 551.
Now you gotta use no magic.
Yeah, but I'm not entirely sure if I have to worry about order or not. I don't know if I have to actually put the books in order.
Look at your 100% guide should probably.
In the water that turn the friggin' frogs gay. Do you understand that? Turn the friggin' frogs gay. Serious crap. Gay. Frogs, friggin' frogs. It's not funny. I'm gonna say it real slow for you. Gay. Frogs. Won't you fight for your life?
Nice. Get all the minor magic right away. The one with the keys.
Yeah. Ow!
Shelve them.
Stop it! I'm gonna Google it because this makes it seem like I'm gonna have to put them all in, like, properly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'm not sure if I actually do.
Did you just drop a piano on Aretha's head, honey?
Stop it! It hurts.
Tisk tisk. That's very harmful to the piano. You should drop an anvil instead.
Stop it! It hurts.
The anvil won't be damaged as much.
Stop!
What did I just say?
I didn't deserve this. I don't deserve this.
Hey, hold on. Let me shut him up.
It protected me against the anvil, though. Do I need to sort the box?
Well then.
Stop it! Took me 20 hours. That's terrifying.
You just gotta take your time, man.
I don't want to.
Well, then what do you want to do instead?
I want to get the achievement.
Well, then you gotta take your time.
I don't
man.
want to take my time.
Then
I-
what do you want to do instead?
I want to get the achievement.
Can't do both of those things. You can only do one of those things.
I bet you can.
Without magic, ain't no way is 3 hours. I mean, you could probably try just like. I guess you still have to put them on the right shelf, huh?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, it can't take that long to just grab 15 books, put them all on a shelf, grab 15 books, put them on a shelf, like right next to you. Just not care where they are.
Yeah, but I don't. I want to know before I invest time in it.
Okay, well, this thread is all talking about the time. So find a different thread.
It's talking about this without magic, so I'm hoping that someone will say something.
Well, no, it just said like that's the
Has
title, and then the clarificate. The rest of the post says how long did it take you. So everyone's answering the how long. Bless you.
That's all I'm responding to. With I don't have the energy to like shut up.
Okay.
I wish I had someone else on my list who I could ask. I wonder. Winger has the game. Oh, interesting. Oh, they left a thumbs up. Do I have to tell Winger that there's AI in this and I'll make them sad? Oh. I think I do. Like, is it my responsibility to inform them about this? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
I think.
I think so too. Which achievement are they missing? Probably, yeah, Anti-Magic Master. What a fucking surprise.
I mean, to be fair, artificial intelligence is literally in the user-defined tags for the product, so
Is it actually?
yeah. Relaxing collectathon puzzle, artificial intelligence 3D. I think enough people were like, I don't like it.
Can I not have the... Can I just, like, hide everything with this tech? Why is Horizon?
Horizon, which Horizon?
Zero Dawn Remastered. Security breach?
Well, I mean, it depends on, like, what they mean by that.
Heartopia, Tomb Raider. Lust Goddess. Oh, this is a porn game. Oh my god. Femboy Fuda House. That's a porn game. Warrior of Lust. Amazons versus zombies. Holy shit. Whoa!
Enough.
What the fuck is that one? Is that her leg?
Yeah.
Lady! How much is this game? It's like $6. What the actual
Yeah,
are
it's
you
like
looking at?
$6.
You do not want to know. You are not allowed to know. You are too young to know. I am too young to know.
We're
I'm
looking at
scarred.
woohooing.
I'm scarred. And also, I don't care how much money it is. Don't buy it. Tyler, don't buy it for them. Don't give AI. Don't give AI money. I already gave AI money because I didn't realize, and I'd had more than 12 hours before I realized, so I couldn't refund it. Don't give this
I
game
just tried-
money!
Okay, I just tried doing the Chaos speedrun, and I only got the You're Fired achievement, even though I didn't use any magic. Got it done in 2 hours and 10 minutes, but because the shelves were other Chaos, the speedrun and no magic didn't count.
So you have to do it.
So you have to sort it properly.
I don't want to spend 20 hours on this game. I don't wanna, Tyler.
I know you don't.
I don't wanna.
I know.
I don't wanna. Don't make me. Tyler, don't make me. Tyler,
Yeah.
don't make me.
I love this person who's like the opposite of you. I did my first run without magic. Didn't even bother opening the chest until I finished putting the last book down on the shelf. Oops. It took me about 16 hours, but I did leave it running a couple of times, so my actual time is probably close to like 14 hours. I honestly don't see why you would want to play with the magic system. That'd be like trying to solve a jigsaw puzzle but have the game tell you where each piece goes and then put it down for you. The enjoyment of this game came from slowly learning where each book in the library belonged, trying to figure out which category book set belonged in, choosing a layout that made sense within each category for each set of books. Optional, but still
I'm
satisfying.
already asleep.
And feeling that sense of mastery emerge from a careful process of inspecting every book and returning order from the chaos.
You know what? That made me want to close the game. I was thinking about doing it, and that comment, you read that out, and my last little bit of interest in doing this absurdly monotonous task just died. Like, it deflated entirely. But now I have to figure out what the fuck I want to do. I'm going to, though. I'm going to have to come back to it eventually. I will eventually have to do it. Because I cannot leave a game with 12 out of 13 achievements.
Yeah.
What do I want to do? How long until you would go to bed, Tyler?
An hour and 30 minutes.
What can we do for an hour? Ow! Stop it! What can we do for an hour and 30 minutes?
Oh.
What achievements am I missing in Portal 2? Enter
Probably
4
the
different
professor
portals.
achievement.
After completing co-op, complete calibration with a friend who hasn't played before. Ugh.
Yeah.
Hug 3 different people. Friend list benefits. Christ.
Yeah. I was just saying, I know there are like
Some weird
more
ass.
than one achievements for that are like require you to play with multiple people who also have Portal 2. So it doesn't surprise me that you are missing some.
Yeah,
of
that's a
those.
yikers. I technically don't even have all the achievements for Rogue Legacy 2 yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gonna do that?
Maybe. I might just do that in my own time, though.
Maybe boot up Forza 5? Do some driving?
The
Some
fuck?
vroom vroom.
What is it called on this page? First Survivathon. I guess they updated it to make sure that we all know that this one's the first one that ever came out. Smashing Simulator Idol. There was an update to The Last Cat in the Universe. Oh, hey, Tyler, if you want to... Would you like a 3-hour experience? that will absolutely fucking mentally destroy you.
Sure.
You should play The Last Cat in the Universe.
All right. I will note that.
It's also in a group bundle with Berry Berry Berry, apparently.
Funky.
Yeah. Anyway, I got a Sleeg. Bye!
Bye.
Why am I updating something while I'm running a stream? Fuck off. I don't know what I want to do, Tyler. Tyler, help.
Do you wanna play sorting the library on Roblox?
No. Christ, Tyler. No. Why would you ever think I'd want to do that after just coming off of that?
I don't know.
What do you mean?
Gather the remains of a dying space station to build a cozy home for the last cat in the universe. Short, narrative-driven incremental game about finding peace in the face of darkness. Sounds cute.
Oh. I suppose I can do driving. Driving is fine. Vroom vroom is... No, it doesn't bring joy. Tyler, it does not bring joy. It does not inspire...
Does not bring joy?
It does not inspire joy. There are no serotonin.
Do you want to do some burying berries?
I've already finished that game. Ew.
Alright.
Why would I want to replay it? I 100%ed it.
Alright. I forgot you're a psychopath.
I'm not a
Okay.
psychopath. What do you mean? How am I a psychopath for not wanting to replay a game I 100%ed within the last 2 months?
Oh, because there's that of fun and satisfying gameplay loop. So,
Yeah, and I am satisfied with it. Thank you, no more.
alright. Why don't you load up some Geometry Dash?
Why do you eat my ass? I don't want to play Geometry Dash on stream. Then everyone will know how bad I am at it. Let me know if you get that criminal. What the fuck is Elias talking about with the criminal?
Oh,
Guess.
at work today, I randomly just texted Elias in the middle of the day.
Dex,
and-
hold my hand. Fucking slut. Continue, Tyler.
So you know how I was talking about the as a joke I was getting on Elias about the whole woohooing thing.
Yeah.
Randomly in the middle of the workday today, I just texted them and was like, "Excuse me, sir. Just letting you know that we're on the lookout for a serial woohooer. If you see anything, let me know." And they were just like, "Of course, officer. I haven't seen anything like that around here."
Alright,
Just
man.
randomly. So, and then when they and Gamma picked me up from work today, I was like, they were like, "Haven't seen anything, officer. No one around here." And I was like, "Good. Let me know if you see anyone."
You're such a fucking goober.
So yeah, they were like, "Let me know if you catch that criminal," because we're still on the hunt for the serial woohooer.
The serial woohooer.
Yeah.
Why is bro woohooing boxes of cereal? Anyway, I'm gonna pick a game right
Yeah.
now.
All right.
Yup. Exactly now. Yup.
Mhm.
Picking a game. I did
Yep, I
install
believe you.
this. Oh shit, actually. I don't know, maybe. Does this inspire joy?
Does it?
No. Tyler, nothing inspires joy.
Trimps?
Nothing inspires joy. What am I missing
The
here?
cave? Probably the skill achievements. Yeah.
The fuck are these? All 30,000 feet. Silver medals
Portal
on.
challenge stuff.
The fuck are those?
There are challenge modes on most of the portal levels where it's like, complete the level in like this many portals or complete the level in this much time.
Huh. Weird. What the fuck am I listening to? Dex, I don't know what I want to do. I don't think driving does not inspire joy at the moment. Vroom Vroom does not inspire joy.
Do you want to play some No Escape?
No. I do not know what I want.
Oh, the Toons Universe is back online.
Yeah, okay.
Not suggesting it's something to play right now, because the child will really want to play with you. But that'll probably be Saturday.
No, it won't. I will not be available this weekend. I am booked out all weekend.
Ah.
Yeah.
Well. That is going to be mighty disappointing to the child.
We'll just do it next time.
Next Saturday is July the 4th. Probably going to be doing something.
Why is July the 4th important?
Independence Day.
Yeah. You silly Americans and your silly independence.
Don't you have an Independence Day too?
I don't know. Do we?
Probably. Just about every place except Britain has an Independence Day from Britain.
Dex, do we have an Independence Day? Like, does Australia have an Independence Day? I don't think we do, Tyler.
I was shocked to find out today that Australia, Canada, and New Zealand never officially declared independence from Britain. Alright, so you're not technically independent yet. That's why.
Really can't think it. I don't think.
Tyler's saying it's because we're just not independent.
No.
We have like an Anzac Day, which is like a memorial for soldiers, but yeah.
The day of the official U.S. recognition of Australian independence is January 8th. So there's that.
Why the fuck do you have an Australian Independence Day in America? Fuck off! Give that to us!
I mean, here you go. You can
It's
have
not-
it.
It's not yours! Why do they have it?
When did Australia gain independence? On January 1st, the Federation of Australia came into being.
Achievement clicker.
This is
Holy
like-
moly! Look how many achievements this game has!
Wow, that is a lot.
I found what I want to play, Tyler.
There's This is one of those games where you're gonna get like 100 achievements just for booting up the game the first time. I half thought for a second that you got an achievement
For installing the game, yeah.
Like I forgot for a second, for a split second, that a Steam tells you when you've installed the game, and I was like, oh, we've got an achievement. Jesus Christ! Down, boy. All right. Now that we're at a reasonable volume.
I like the music, like turn it on, off and on, resets it.
Yeah.
Oh my god, you buy the achievements.
15 achievements per second.
Oh my god. Oh, I clicked on it and everything froze. Oh, there we go.
Because you got an achievement.
Hold on. Hold on.
Auto clicker.
Absolutely! I don't remember what my buttons to start and stop it were, though. There we go.
I usually do numlock. Yeah.
Whoa, I stopped it at exactly 200. That's cool.
That's pretty cool.
Sure.
You sure do be getting a lot of achievements.
Okay. 3 achievements producing 3 cookies per second. I think they might have accidentally forgot to change this instance of the word cookies to achievements.
I don't know. You have a different counter up there that says CPS that might be cookies per second.
No, that's clicks per second, Tyler.
Ah. Oh boy.
Oh yeah, get used to
those.
get used to the Steam notification sounds. Whoa! I don't actually want them anymore. Take it back.
Dex underscore Saber
Yeah. Oh
67.
yeah. Me and the child were playing an escape room that they found on Roblox.
No, Tyler,
And
let
I
Dex
started-
laugh about this because that was a great. Dex gave me fucking 67 bits.
No, I saw. That's I was gonna say a related thing.
Go on.
We were playing an escape room on Roblox, and I started to notice a weird pattern. By like the 4th code that followed this pattern, because we kept getting 4-digit codes because it's escape room, obviously.
Uh-huh.
And by the 4th code, I was like, I feel like anytime there's a 6 in the code, we just have to follow it up with a 7. Because at this point, every single time there's been a 6 in like the 2nd or 3rd digit, the next digit was 7. Like, they keep doing it.
Yeah.
So I feel like at this point it's on purpose, and we should just assume that 7 is the follow-up digit to 6.
Another second in the game? Am I like getting achievements for just being in the game for a certain amount of seconds?
Entirely possible. That is this kind of game style. Alright, I'll just keep reading.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn it down even more.
Yeah.
Oh my fucking god.
The story is almost done, so like.
Look at this shit though.
Yeah, I know,
Like
it's
you can
crazy.
see this flashing as it
Yeah.
like adds more and more.
Yeah, it's going crazy. Another second in the game. Another second in the game.
I don't have 1,270 of the achievements. Christ.
I'm kind of curious. You have a friend in your friends list who's played the game.
Yeah,
I'd love
it's
to
Tazzy.
see
It's
what-
Tazzy. It's Tazzy, and they have all the
no,
achievements.
I'd love to see what their playtime is. Because I can't imagine it was long to get all the achievements.
Of course they.
9 hours.
Interesting.
Might have left it on for a while.
Maybe.
I like how the A is like blurry.
Yeah.
Like they didn't even bother to like, I don't know what you do to, but like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
just
yeah.
stretched. As to everything else, we're planning on moving. Not sure when or where yet, but even husband is growing tired of the drama. We're still in the planning stages and trying to find out every way possible of making sure that if we do move, we can legally prevent them from finding out. It's all just so damn tiring. What's sadder is that I know this isn't really about me. It's about my baby and my parents trying to exert some control over his life and mine. Today has just been such a long day. Any similar stories, advice, or words of encouragement would greatly be appreciated, as today was the first day I find that the future just seems like a bleak hole of legal entanglements and crazy parents. A comment says, "You're in the process of getting a restraining order, right?" And someone else replies, "I hope she is, because this is clearly harassment. She should talk to her lawyer, because there are paper trails to CPS complaints and police department calls. If the parents have made several complaints to CPS and those complaints have been deemed false by CPS, CPS may even go after the parents." And OP replies, "Our lawyer is looking into it, but it takes time, unfortunately. Right now, he's doing really well keeping them at bay with increasingly aggressive counter letters and recording everything that occurs. The problem is that they've been very careful to not actually let on that it's them doing it. Right now, as our lawyer says, it's a case of their word versus ours, and we'd secure a far better and more long-term order if we get some proof to back up what we suspect. Unfortunately, the legal aspect isn't considered harassment, and the calls to the police department and CPS haven't shown up as them. He's hopeful, though. He thinks that they'll make a mistake and we can link them to the calls if they keep doing it." I feel like that's bullshit. I know why you wouldn't want to tell the person that's being called, having the police and CPS called on them, who's reporting them, but CPS and the police department should still have that on record.
True.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
I feel like there's no reason that someone should be able to 100% anonymously report something to the police or CPS. Someone should know who is doing that. Alright. And that's the end of that story.
This is what I chose to play, Tyler. This is
Sure
the game
is.
that I chose to play.
Are the repeated achievements giving you joy?
They're not happening anymore, so no.
Damn.
In fact, did I get every achievement? What am I missing?
I
Oh,
think
my...
you probably gotta
no, my Steam is...
crashed? Yeah. Probably. That tracks, honestly.
Is that actually why?
Probably. Yeah, there we go.
Wow!
Close.
That went up by a big number.
Yeah.
Wow. Click 5,000 times.
Click X times. They didn't even bother rewriting it. They were just
Yeah.
click it.
And
Do it.
then
Click.
another second in the game for all those.
Yeah, I feel like you just gotta click and keep spending seconds in the game.
But I wish it told me what the another second number actually was. You know what I mean?
Maybe it's 9.5 hours.
I hope not.
You could just mute your computer and leave this game on.
I'm sure. This is so fucking stupid, Tyler. You know,
It is
no, you
really
know what the
stupid.
best part is? You know what the best part is? You want me to show you what the best part is? If Steam can handle doing this while it's shitting itself. Which it might not be able to. Wow, this really actually severely lags Steam. This game is like a
Yeah.
virus to Steam. That is
Yeah,
insane.
I
to
don't
me.
doubt that. I don't doubt that.
Look at how many there are.
Well, yeah, it doesn't take a lot to make them, evidently. Hey, you got the top rated one.
Holy shit.
Mixed. 69 reviews. Nice. Capybara achievement clicker. There's one with capybara on it.
I know. Only 100? That's probably why it's mixed.
Yeah. Achievements don't count towards shit. They don't count towards your total achievements.
Why did Kanaya from fucking Homestuck review this game? First, let me say... Start? I already can't read. Like, fucking look at it. Why is every word capital? Kanaya from Homestuck.
She was very disappointed. She's allowed to be disappointed by Steam games.
She's not allowed to be here playing Steam games, though. She's gotta be, like, I don't know, taking care of some egg or some shit. What's the lore of Homestuck for her again?
Isn't she like getting drunk with Rose or something?
No, that's later.
She's like in Lesbians with Rose later.
She's lesbians with Rose later, but like, I was talking about early Kanaya. She's like the matriarch or some shit like that, because she's like Jade Blood. And aren't the Jade
yeah.
Bloods like the ones that hold the egg of the Lucis monsters?
Yeah, the Mother Lucis.
Yeah.
Like the Mother Lucis is her Lucis, and so if something happens to it, she's got to make sure she gets the egg and hatches the next Mother Lucis.
Which of course Eridan, the Bard of Hope,
and destroys.
Yeah.
If being a bard means you destroy your aspect, then call Lottie the Bard a pussy.
And that's all for us hanging out, folks. Thanks for coming to the stream. A bard is one who destroys their aspect or destroys with their aspect.
He does both.
He destroys with pussy.
He sure does.
Okay.
Have you seen him as a woman?
No, actually. I don't think you've shown me any artwork of him as a woman.
Just picture him, but also he has tits. It's the same.
See, I'm less
very
interested
yeah,
now.
different.
See, I'm less interested
Well, yeah,
now.
but... Well, yeah, naturally, but... For other people... Like, you switch to Lucille, and it's like, no, I'm more interested now. Like...
I think Lucille's
preference.
abriosexual, let's be perfectly honest.
She just doesn't realize it yet.
Yeah, she's... You've yet to crack that egg.
I think egg is strictly for trans,
I know,
like,
but...
realizations, but I do understand.
Hi, Dex. Yes,
If
I know,
gently
Dex. You
coax
sent
her
me
out of that closet.
67 bits. You're very funny. And later on, no one's going to find your body. Anyway, can I have an ice cream? Can you go get me one? Can you get one and then get me one and then make sure they're the same one? Dex? Dex? Okay. I'm getting ice creams.
Yay.
Ugh. What's your favorite typing quirk from Homestuck?
Typing quirk?
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, I'm done
hmm. You got all the achievements?
in 15 minutes.
Sick.
Why the fuck did he spend 9 hours on it?
I seriously think he just left it on overnight.
Why?
Probably because that was. Wouldn't blame someone for being like, oh, this seems like a really easy game to get all the achievements in. I'll just turn this on and start it like before I go to bed, and then just go to bed immediately.
But no, I'm angry. This makes me angry. Tazzy, why?
You could also ask Tazzy, yeah.
I'm gonna ask Tazzy.
Just add him in the server.
How the fuck did this take you 9 hours? My computer is legitimately shitting itself. That game is literally a virus. Do not play that game.
I don't know. Maybe I'll just download it and then put it on overnight so I get all the achievements.
But you won't, because half of them are for clicking.
Put it on overnight with an autoclicker, obviously.
How the fuck did this take you 9 hours? 9.5 hours! I'm embarrassed.
You could still get a refund on it.
No, because it's in his account.
Ah.
I literally have to open Task Manager to stop it. It's still running.
Yeah.
I don't know what it's called. All of these are so that everything is being choked. I don't know what this thing is called.
Tazzy's replying. Tazzy's typing.
I don't know what
Tazzy's
it's
typing.
called. Get in stream. I left it on overnight to sleep with.
See, that's what I figured.
It makes no sense.
Just try closing Steam. Force close Steam.
It's a good idea, actually. This game is literally a fucking virus.
It's killing. It's killing. All right. No, I'm embarrassed.
Well, you should be. You're not even here, and I'm yelling at you. You should be embarrassed, because it's embarrassing. You should be embarrassed, because it's frankly embarrassing. I don't think Steam is going to reopen, Tyler.
Probably not.
I think I need to restart my computer after that.
I think you just need to start Steam in administrator mode.
What do you mean?
You run it as administrator.
I don't understand. Why would that make it start?
That's what I do when Steam starts crashing. Force close it and then run as administrator. That
Really?
usually fixes it. Yeah.
Can I do it from here?
I don't think you can. That's why I put a shortcut on my desktop because it makes it do that.
Get fucked.
Yeah, you can. Evidently.
Get fucked.
Okay. All right.
Silk
God, I
with the
wish.
silk with the massive strap on.
God, I wish.
Tex, Ice Queen. What do you mean no? You said yes earlier. I'm gonna stab him. Tyler, I don't think running it in administrator has anything to do with this. Like, I don't. It's just
Well, I have no idea what irreparable ways Achievement Clicker has fucked up your Steam. I'm just saying how I usually fix it when it fucks up for me. I have never fucked it up with Achievement Clickers, so like you could be dealing with an unprecedented issue at this point.
I think the only option here is to restart my computer. So I guess that's the end of stream,
Okay.
which is
Good night,
fine.
everyone.
How dare you? This is all your fault, Tazzy. Tazzy, are you looking at Tazzy? Are you looking at me? You look at me? Look at me? Look at me? Center. This is all your fault. Ah! You dead!